Yo, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the E10 podcast, and I got myself Hector, also known as CN6, and with me, I got Hav.
Yo.
And I got Jazzy.
What up?
Jazz on my knob.
Of course.
And tonight, hey, I haven't said that in a while. And tonight
He said, of course.
Tonight we're gonna be reviewing Dune Part 2.
Oh shit, we got a big one.
I would say highly anticipated, man.
Oh,
I'm not
for
gonna
sure.
lie, man.
It's
You
one
know,
of them.
It's,
It was
it's definitely
one of them.
it's definitely one of those movies. Before we get into it, guys, I'd like to remind you guys that you guys can listen to us on Spotify, Apple, SoundCloud, and YouTube. Make sure you follow our socials at Heat Ray Vision Podcast or go to heatrayvisionpodcast.com. You're gonna see all of our links through there. Make sure you follow our second YouTube channel called Heat Ray Vision Clips. That's where we upload all of our clips. You know, if you don't have enough time to listen to the whole podcast, we'll post all the highlights through there. Make sure you follow our main page called Heat Ray Vision to stay up to date with any geek news in films, TV, and video games. The socials are at Heat Ray Vision or go to heatrayvision.com. All the links will be down in the description. Not only that, guys, follow our Discord. It's going to be at the top of our description. Join the Discord, man. If you're, comic book fan, anime fan, like fucking Mario, manga, fucking movies, video games, anything, join the Discord. Meet some new people, man. Meet the community. Let's get it popping, man. But yeah, Dune Part 2. Damn, dude, this is
what movie theaters are made for.
This motherfucker quoted Nicole Kidman, bro.
Oh, for real?
Is it actually a quote?
Oh, hey, speaking of that,
That's what that bitch says.
That's the AMC.
Yeah, that's what.
Hey man, we
bitch
saw a
said.
different version of that today.
It's much shorter.
Oh yeah,
Thank
yeah.
God, it's
Hav,
much
you want to
shorter.
talk about that?
It's much shorter. W.
For real though.
W.
Hav, you want to explain what we're talking? What do people don't know? What do people go to Cinemark or don't even go to AMC? They don't know what the fuck's going
Well,
on.
if you guys go to like Cinemark, be ashamed of yourself. But also,
Is it really that bad? Or
no,
something?
I'm kidding. I don't know.
I thought Cinemark was
I don't
cool
know.
name.
I don't know.
It's a
I don't
cool
know.
name.
But I feel like everyone just goes to AMC more because of the brand. You know what I mean? It's like more well known.
Yeah.
But basically, guys, if those who don't know, on AMC theaters, we sometimes get those little promos in the beginning with Nicole Kidman, and she pretty much does what The Rock was doing for DC, where she thinks she runs AMC or whatever the hell, the new hierarchy of power. AMC is about to change. Like, what the fuck? And we just get annoying, bro, because she just obviously is reading off a script. She doesn't mean any of the words. She's saying this whole bullshit of like sadness feels okay in a place like this or whatever the fuck. Like, so. Every time we go see a movie we got a review for the pod where we see that promo, but today they actually showed us a different updated. It's the same promo, it's just re-edited to be shorter, and the movies on the screen she's watching, it's not Creed, it's not La La Land or like those other ones. This time it was Avatar, The Way of Water, and the Elvis movie with Austin Butler, which who we see in this movie is in Dune 2, right?
Oh yeah.
But it was much shorter because like the original one's like a minute long or some shit, but this one like felt like 30 seconds or something. I looked over at Hector. I was like, "Oh shit, bro! They made a shorter W."
Bro, but like, why her? Who the fuck is that bitch?
She's
man?
just an actress, bro. She's an actress.
But why her though?
In Hollywood, I don't know.
I don't know.
Why does Terry Crews sponsor Old Spice?
Yeah.
Why does Kevin Hart sponsor Chase?
I mean, I guess.
Chase Bank?
I don't know who that. I never heard of her ever, man.
Yeah, she's just an actress. I'm sure we've seen her in stuff. I think she was the mom, wasn't she? Wasn't she the mom in Northman? The one.
Was
Was she?
I think so. I think that was her.
I can look it up.
Look it up, man.
I think she
don't
was the mom
fucking
from
know.
Northman, the one that was doing that little incest bullshit.
Yeah,
Remember that?
that shit was crazy,
That
bro.
was weird, bro.
That shit crazy, bro.
Mid-ass movie. No, I'm kidding.
That dropped
movie was
2
cool.
points for me, man. That gave 2 points for Mario Extra, bro. Like,
Yeah, she was in that
Hey,
movie.
oh, it was her. Oh shit,
Yeah,
good catch. Fucking honestly, bro, I'd argue Marcus Theater's the best one.
Really?
I think so.
I think they got the better
Just because
chairs.
it's short, man. Just because it's short,
Oh,
and it's the
I know
actual
what you
Marcus
mean.
Theater guy. It's the-
Oh, you're talking
I
about
thought you were-
promos. I'm talking about like theater-wise.
no, the
Ah,
promo,
okay.
because it's the actual, it's the
actually
actual
Marcus.
owner. Yeah, it's actually
It's actually Greg Marcus or whatever.
Exactly,
the fuck.
bro.
But his acting's trash.
Hey, bro, at
Well,
least
he's
it's
a
short.
CEO. He's not an actor.
Yeah,
At least
bro.
it's short, man.
It's
Fuck it.
garbage.
I'd rather.
And then more recently, he's bringing his old-ass, ugly-ass father into him, too. And he's like, hey,
Dead
Dad.
ass?
Yeah, remember that? Remember
Oh,
his old-ass
shit.
dad,
Yeah.
bro? Motherfucker looked
Yeah.
ugly.
Yeah, and guys, if you hear a jet in the background, man, just know that. Just know that's my PS4, guys. I'm helping out some friends, some trophy hunting and shit. You know how that goes. You probably might not know how that goes. A lot of people don't. I mean, no, a lot of people actually do it, bro.
Right,
a lot of people.
Right.
But I still think it's maybe a minority, bro. I don't fucking know. But anyways. So yeah, okay, Dune Part 2.
Yeah. So before Dune
yeah, go
2,
ahead.
what did you guys First of all, did y'all do y'all homework? Did y'all at least watch the first one?
Yes, I saw the first movie.
I saw the first one, but I wanted to see it in theaters.
I was gonna say, when did that come out?
I don't know if we were doing the podcast
I
about
think it
at
was
that
20,
time
2021.
around there.
Oh no!
But
we weren't doing
I
the
remember
pod.
wanting to
I think
see
it
it
was 2019.
around. It was around there.
It couldn't have been during 2020. It could have been during. The
Damn, it
pandemic.
took that long to make a new movie.
Well, you watch the movie, you can probably see why, bro.
I mean, yeah,
But no,
2020.
That's crazy.
October 22nd, 2021.
were we doing the pod?
October 22nd, 2021.
No,
We started in 2022.
Yes.
Okay, so this makes more sense what I'm about to say.
But yeah, go ahead.
Because I was about to say, I remember seeing the trailer for the first time with Hector. I forgot what movie we were watching. I think it was a horror movie, right? And I remember going after. I was like, "Yo, bro, that shit looks raw." And the motherfucker told me like, "Really?" I was like, "What the fuck, Hector?"
Oh yeah, I remember.
But now it makes more sense because like if we were doing the pod, he would totally see it.
Right.
But we weren't doing it back then, so that's probably why.
Yeah,
he didn't
yeah,
want it.
yeah.
But I remember I never saw it in theaters because like
Yeah.
I don't want to go to the movie theater by myself. So
scared?
I saw
Yeah,
it.
what are you
I-
scared or
It's just like
what
I
are you
feel like,
scared of?
I just think when you go to the movie theater, you gotta go with someone. You know what I
You
mean?
don't have to.
I know.
I
I
always
know.
thought.
It's just
not
more
gonna
of a
lie.
me
I kind of
thing.
had that. I kind of have that same mentality where like I think it's like an event.
Yeah, there we go.
You know, it's like, dang, it's an event. I gotta bring somebody with or some
Yeah.
shit. I don't know.
No, but I forgot where I saw it. I don't know if I saw it illegally or like on Netflix. 'Cause I know they had it on Netflix, but I know I saw it before they added it on Netflix. But no, I recently watched it. Like I said, I would fall asleep recently just to catch up. But no, I enjoyed it hella. The director Dennis Villeneuve. How do you say it?
Denny
Oh, Denny
Villeneuve.
Denny.
Yeah, he made one of the movies I really really enjoy.
Which movie?
Blade Runner
2049.
2049. And
that was
then, good? Oh, I fucking
never
loved
seen
it.
it.
I fucking loved it. And then another one that I really liked, Arrival.
Arrival.
Oh, I heard of that one. That's the
Ooh,
alien movie, right?
It's on Amazon, I think.
He also made Sicario.
Yeah, he made Sicario.
Oh, Sicario. I
He's
know
made
Sicario.
bangers.
I know
bro.
Sicario. Yeah.
He also made another movie called Prisoners. That's
never
the
seen
movie
that
with
one.
that's the movie with Hugh Jackman, and that's the one where like his daughter gets kidnapped or whatever the fuck. I remember seeing trailers for it.
Shit.
I never
Dude,
seen it.
all these fucking movies are movies I've heard are bangers that I've never seen. The first,
Damn.
the
I think
first
you like
movie,
Arrival.
Okay, I want to check that one out. I've been wanting to check that one out. Sicario, Prisoners.
Same with Sicario.
The
I wanna
only
check that one out.
Denny Villeneuve movie I've seen is Dune Part 1 and now Dune Part 2, but I haven't seen
Oh,
the
wow.
other movies that he's
Okay.
made. But I've heard they're all fire. But
Honestly,
I wanna
the
check 'em
theme
out.
of this movie, like the feeling you kind of get it in all of his other movies that I've seen. Like the way I felt during this is like how I felt when I saw Blade Runner and Arrival, where I'm just like constantly just like, whoa, like what the fuck.
Here's my question about Blade Runner because I want to watch it. I've heard it's good, but because I don't know if you know this, it's a sequel.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Did you watch the first one?
I didn't not watch the first one, but I know Harrison Ford does make an appearance. Well, he does make. I know. I fucking
He's
seen
in
it. Yeah, he makes an appearance in the new one. So
But does he play like a big role? Like, do I have to watch the first one? to
no,
get it?
it's the majority of Ryan Gosling. He, from what I remember, because I saw that shit years ago. From what I remember, it's just a small appearance.
That's funny as fuck because he's in all the posters and shit. Like he's
Yeah,
in it a lot.
you're
And it kind of
paying homage to him.
And what you guys are saying, it kind of follows to the first Dune movie, which they advertised Zendaya,
Oh yeah,
Oh,
she's
yeah.
barely in it.
and she's barely in it. That pissed me off, man. I'm not gonna lie. I just hate when movies.
I
do
know.
that.
No, yeah.
yeah.
It's
I
just
know. I hate
that.
when
They
do
just
that
put
too.
the-
I
just
hate
put it
that.
to-
They marketed that movie like with Zendaya and that guy, the Wonka guy. I don't know his name.
Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah, that guy.
Timothy.
Like hardcore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm watching it, and I'm an hour 30 in, and Zendaya's nowhere to be found other than those little flashbacks where he just sees some. Oh my god, I see
Like
this
dreams.
girl. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, what the fuck? I thought she was gonna play a bigger role.
Yeah.
But obviously we don't get that till Doom Part 2.
Till
But
Doom
anyways,
Part 2.
I hate that, man. That's just like some cheap shit. That's some
Yeah.
like
I know what you mean.
I hate that.
When
You know
it
what's
came
fun-
out, that was a critique people had. Like, yo, you marketed
man,
her.
that's
Yeah,
stupid.
yeah.
That's
But a
stupid.
bunch of movies do that. Like
Yeah.
Dude's not the only one. Also,
I don't- I
fun
hate
fact:
that.
did you know that have you seen that dude's name, Timothy Chalamet? Like
Yeah.
how his name is spelled.
Mhm.
You know how there's a little accent on top of one
Oh
of the
yeah,
E's.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Apparently, he said in an interview that everyone's been pronouncing his name wrong. It's not Timothy Chalamet. It's Timothée.
Timothée?
Timothée Chalamet.
Oh,
And he's like,
wow.
but everyone in America reads Timothy, and they say fuck that accent. So they just say
That sounds about right, man. That sounds like
Timothy
the U.S.
Wait, so
Fuck
it's
that.
Timothy.
You know what's funny is like, especially more recently, there's a show
Uh-huh.
airing on FX right now called Shogun.
Yeah.
But you know how there's an accent over the O? It's that
Yeah,
straight
yeah,
line.
yeah.
So I wonder, are we saying it wrong?
Probably
though?
It's probably
either
Shogun.
Shogun or Shogun. Maybe I don't fucking
I don't know.
No, I'm talking
I
about
know
the letter O because
Oh,
Yeah, it has that line. Yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
what the fuck that is. But.
Oh.
So that's where I'm like, are we pronouncing that wrong? Like, I feel like just
I
because
don't
like
know.
American way, man, we just say
Yeah,
fuck
that's
that shit.
facts, bro.
For real, fuck it, man. Let me conquer this shit. Let me conquer this. I'm gonna say how I say.
Call me
it.
Conquer me.
Call me Harkonnen. Call me a Harkonnen.
What?
Call me a Harkonnen. Those are the
Oh
motherfuckers
yeah. Because I'm a conquer.
Funny.
I'm a conquer
Give me
that.
some of that spice.
conquer
To me, girl. But really quick before we talk about Dune 2, we all said we've all watched it. Okay, so Hector watched it last night.
Yeah, he did.
Did you watch it on like I'm assuming like on Netflix or something?
I had a link for that.
Okay.
Yeah, I
couple of-
forgot, dude.
so-
I forgot. So it's one of those things. I'm like,
No,
fuck.
I know what you mean. So a couple of weeks ago, I actually saw it in theaters, in
Oh,
Dolby
yeah.
Cinema.
Oh shit.
Because they
bet you enjoyed
re-released
it.
the first Dune movie in theaters in preparation for the second one. So I went to go see it actually in theaters because I was like, if I'm gonna watch it as homework before Dune 2, I was watching it in theaters, and plus I got the A-list, girl. So the
Come on,
tickets were
A-list
free.
you got it
stuff.
for
The
free.
tickets were free. So I went there. I left early for work. I used to fly.
I know. Fuck this. I hate that we're plugging A-list like this. We don't even get paid. Fuck them motherfuckers, man.
All right.
Don't get A-list, y'all. Fuck, don't get it unless like you watch like hella movies. Then get it, okay? Like if you watch a movie every week, I think it's worth it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Don't get it if you're just like a normal, person.
Average Joe.
Yeah.
We're
But,
not normal. Yeah.
But I left work early and I went to go see it in theaters in Dolby Cinema. And
Yeah.
when I watched it, this is what I kind of want to get into is what I just want to give our quick thoughts as to, because since we didn't review the first movie, let's give our quick thoughts as what we thought about the first movie. Let's just give a rating for it and then
Yeah.
we'll get into Dune 2. For me, bro, personally, I think I really enjoyed Dune Part 1. I saw it in theaters for the first time and I watched it a second time actually.
Wow.
I watched it again last night because
What the fuck, Hav? You're crazy.
Damn.
No,
You're
but
crazy.
here's why, and this is I'm gonna get into
Yeah.
it. I think as much as I enjoyed this movie, I'm gonna be real with y'all. Y'all could roast me in the comments. I felt like Doom Part 1, when I was watching it in theaters, felt like another Oppenheimer, where I was like, there is so much going on, all these different houses that I gotta pay attention to,
Yeah.
all these rivalries and all this bullshit, and everyone has this. Other than Paul, who's the only normal fucking name in the entire franchise,
They have,
everyone
like,
else
weird
has
names.
weird ass fucking
Yeah.
names.
Yeah.
And then Oscar Isaac, my boy Moon Knight, his name is Leto. But like those are the only two motherfuckers with normal names. Everyone else has like Osama bin Laden, Al
Yeah,
Shadi, like
clicker sounds like
Yeah.
what?
dude. And so I'm like, what the fuck? So like sometimes that throws me off a little bit.
Yeah.
But I
and
was
like the
like,
different planets and shit,
Yeah.
names
and like
yeah.
Arrakis and the House of Atreides and the Harkonnens. I'm like,
Yeah,
dude,
bro.
like it's like what the fuck? And I remember people describing Dune Part 1 as like Game of Thrones in space, and now I see why, because there's like so much bullshit. So I was like, I have to rewatch this shit with subtitles because like I need to like really pay attention to what the fuck happened. But
Yeah.
upon watching the first movie, bro, I think I really enjoyed it. Had a really good story. It really gets you hooked. I liked all the different characters. I'm with Hector about like how they false marketed the
I'm
the
with you
Fremen,
on that too,
especially
yeah.
Yeah, man.
Zendaya. But I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. It's one of those movies, man. It's a slow burn. It's not fast paced. It kind of goes at a slow pace. Not saying it's boring. I'm not saying I was bored as fuck, but it is slow paced in the sense that you're like not a lot. Like you may want to expect like an action movie. Maybe you're expecting another Star Wars, but
Yeah.
it's not like that. It's very slow paced, and I think because it's slow paced. There were parts where I'm just like, okay, like I'm fucking with the story, but like, I wish maybe a little more can happen, right? And now, upon watching Dune Part 2, it's very much the same thing as I felt with Part 1. Still a great movie, intriguing plot and everything,
yeah.
but I did feel like it had the same like slow burn effect, and where I was kind of like, I don't know if you noticed, like I'm shimming a lot in my seat.
No,
yeah. Because like I'm just trying to like pay attention to this Game of Thrones dialogue bullshit that I'm trying to like keep track of.
Yeah.
So for me, I really liked Doom Part 1, and for any of those who follow me on my Instagram, I do like quick thought reviews of movies that I missed and stuff like that. And on my Instagram, I posted my mini review on Doom Part 1, and I rated it a 9 out of 10. Upon rewatching it last night, I think I'm gonna give it an 8.
Oh, dude.
Because it still has
That's a big point drop off.
just because like the movie's still fire in my opinion. It's just that because it's a slow burn and like so much is going on, and the fucking movie's 2.5 hours long.
That shit was crazy. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the thing is like Dune Part 1 and Part 2 are both based off one book. And it's like, bro, one novel, and it was split into two parts, like that Twilight bullshit, or like Harry Potter, like how they split the last part. And they're both over 2.5 hours, bro. What the fuck? And I told you this. I was like, bro, they could have made the first one like 2 hours, not 2.5, bro. But yeah, I thought I really liked the movie, and I'm probably gonna give it an 8. I think I feel more comfortable giving it an 8 because much like Killers of the Flower Moon, it was a good movie. But do I see myself rewatching it anytime soon? Probably not. But I give Flower Moon a 7. I give 8. I admittedly had more fun with Dune, so I give this one an 8. But it's not a movie I would see myself rewatching for fun. Like I rewatched it last night because I was like, I need to pay better attention to the characters and the dialogue before I watch Dune Part 2. But my personal opinion, it's a fire movie. It is a slow burn. If you guys don't like slow burn movies because they're quote unquote boring, might not be for you. But I personally enjoyed it. I give it an 8.
Nice.
What did you guys think?
What about you? Yeah, stick it to Mario. What do you think, Mario?
Dune Part 1.
I mean, Dune Part 1. When I first watched it, I still remember like feeling the same way, that where it's a slow burn, but when I learned that it was based off a book, I pretty much understood why it feels like that, because you're kind of just introducing the whole world of Dune, I guess you could say. And for me, once I knew that, I was like, okay, so this first movie makes a whole lot more sense, where like they're just setting the groundwork for the next two movies, and they're setting the groundwork for this movie. But I enjoyed it. For me, how should I say? I kind of like slow burn movies if it's interesting.
No, right.
And this one was the first one, and this one is very much more interesting, even though I would say this one's less of the Dune Part 2 is less of a slow burn compared to the first one. But if I were to give a rating to Dune Part 1, I mean, this movie is like right up my alley, bro. This type of shit, sci-fi, alien, futuristic shit, like I love these fucking movies. So it's no surprise that I gave the first one a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, makes sense.
Listen, man, I thought it was a great movie. The first movie was great. I do see the whole pacing situation, but I've even told this to Mario, man. When it comes to these types of movies, bro, it's always like the same type of plot line. The Imperium, the something, right? And then there's always the rebels and shit. Which I get it, we see it, we saw it with the creator, we saw it with this movie, we saw it with Star Wars, Rebel Moon. Right. So me going into this, I'm like, okay, it's gonna be one of those other movies. Now let me see like what else can they do for me to overlook that? And to me personally, what I thought they did really uniquely was the world building and the atmosphere, and like very unique type of how do I explain this, storyline and kind of like lore building between like the types of like the factions or the species or whatever,
the houses.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like I thought that was a lot more interesting from when I compare it to like the creator and what was the other one? Rebel Moon. It seemed a lot more unique and more immerseful. The world, but it is kind of complex, and that is where the negative comes in, where it's super complex that you kind of slowly start to lose yourself if you're not really locked in and understanding what's happening. You know what I mean?
That's perfectly put. Yeah, that's exactly how I felt.
And so yeah, with that being said, that's why that's the thing. Is that us? Is that something wrong with us?
Yeah.
Right? Like, are we like just dumb as hell?
Yeah.
Right. We have to lock in. We need subtitles to lock in.
The fuck in.
Like I'm out here locking in like it's search and destroy. Right. I'm 1v5 right now. Like I gotta lock in. Right. So what the fuck? But everything else, like even the characters, I enjoy the characters. I enjoy the world a lot, and maybe I gotta watch it again. Maybe because that scared me, man. Javi gave it a 9, and he watched it again and gave it an 8. And I wonder if like would I also do the same thing? Because the first time watch, I liked it a lot, and I gave it a 9. I'm giving it a 9. But that's the thing. Like maybe if I watch it again, the slow burn is gonna get my ass. I'm gonna be like, fuck. But that's a good question. Like, would I watch this again? Would I watch this again? I mean, majority of the time, I don't really rewatch shit.
I know what you mean.
Right?
Yeah.
But so it's kind of tough to answer. But overall, if we compare this to like the creator, Rebel Moon, and obviously I can't really say Star Wars because I haven't seen it, this is obviously a stronger version of the whole Rebel Moon and the creator situation, in my opinion. You know, and then Dune Part 2, man, it's just the same thing. I would argue Dune Part 2 had a bit more action sequences.
No, as way more. Yeah,
and you're more engaged, right? But it does still keep that Dune 1 aspect to where it's kind of complex and you really got to lock in, or if you don't, you're gonna miss out on some shit. And to that, it's like very similar, you know. But yeah, that's my rating for Dune Part 1. I thought honestly, man, if you really like the creator, man, you're gonna like this movie, right? Dune Part 1, even Dune Part 2, bro. Dune Part 2 is cool. I mean, with that being said, let's get into the non-spoiler section for Dune Part 2, and then we'll talk about the good, the bad, and whatever. And obviously, can you give us like the synopsis on Dune Part 2?
So Dune Part 2. So spoilers for Dune Part 1. So sorry.
Oh yeah,
y'all gotta. For me to explain the synopsis, like I have to touch on some stuff that happened in the first movie. So you guys haven't seen it, then that's click off now.
Click off right now.
Whatever you guys want to do.
right now.
But based on the events of Dune Part 1, we see that the Harkonnens came to Arrakis and destroyed the House Atreides. Came and like conquered all of them, killed pretty much anyone that was House Atreides, and the only survivors were Paul, Timothy Chalamet's character, and his mom, Lady Jessica, played by Rebecca Ferguson. And in the end of the movie, we see them escape the attack, and they're the only two survivors of House Atreides. And they go off and they form an alliance with the Fremen. The Fremen take them in, and now that's where they are at right now, at the end of Dune Part 1. So Dune Part 2 takes place literally right after Dune Part 1 ends, where Paul and Lady Jessica are still with the Fremen. And this is basically the movie where we see Paul try to become part of the Fremen and tries to create an alliance with them as an attempt to try to get revenge on the Harkonnens for killing his people and killing his family in this house and stuff. While at the same time, another subplot's going on where there's been a lot of talk and chatter about religion, talking about that he is some sort of new messiah that these Fremen people from the south believe in, and they believe that there's like a new messiah that comes is going to save them and whatever the hell, right? So while Paul is trying to gear up for his revenge quest against the Harkonnen, he's also battling if he actually is this new God-sent messiah in the that these people praise him to be, because he's someone who knows so much about the Fremen ways and he knows how to do certain things that others don't and blah blah blah. So that's basically where we're at in Dune Part 2, where this movie starts off. That's basically the synopsis.
Okay, Dune Part 2, that's where we're at, right?
So in Dune Part 2, everyone.
guys.
Sorry about that dead silence, everyone.
No, it's just I got a message. We can shut this shit off.
There's a trophy on it. But that was the synopsis for Dune Part 1, right? That's where you.
What are you?
Dune Part 1. You were just talking about where we're at in Dune Part 2, and that's what I'm about to explain. I just want to make sure that's what you were talking about.
Yeah.
All right. So in Dune Part 2, basically, we're picking up, like Javi said, we're picking off right where we left off. We're picking up with Timothée Chalamet's character, and we see him kind of further his relationship with Freeman, further his relationship with Zendaya's character's name. I forgot her name.
Forgot her name too.
But Zendaya's character, their relationship blossoms and all that shit. But at the same time that's going on, we also learn more about him being this messiah or something like that. But as that's going on, we also see another house, or not the house, the emperor. We finally get to see Emperor, who's played by what's his name? You know,
I know him.
He looks familiar.
The Emperor,
That's Christopher Walken.
Christopher Walken, a legendary actor, and
he was most
Christopher
recently,
Walken.
Yeah, I didn't know. Pop Smoke. As soon as I was like, "Who's played by Hob? What's his name?"
I know your daughter.
He was most recently in the Super Bowl commercial, the one where everyone was imitating how he talks.
Oh yeah, you're
about
right.
An electric car.
Yeah, you're right. But we get introduced to his character. He's the emperor of this whole world of Dune, and also we get introduced to his daughter, who's played by Florence Pugh. And we basically find out more about the plot that
She's fine as hell, man. She also voiced Goldilocks in that Puss in Boots movie.
She did.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, bro.
Oh. But
that's a fire movie, man.
Yeah, it was a fire movie. But we basically find out more about the plot that the emperor had for the planet of Arrakis and House of Atreides. And then we basically see both the Freeman people and the Emperor, along with the Harkonnens, go to war and that and such. And then we see the aftermath of it. Not really, because that's kind of where the movie ends. But that's basically the synopsis for Dune Part 2. Is that's the conflict that goes on within the movie. But what's it called, Hector? Now that I explained it, the trailer. Because we know how we always go over the trailer. When you saw the trailer, what were your expectations for this movie?
Dune Part 2?
Yeah.
I didn't really have like anything just because I haven't seen the first one yet.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
You know, I haven't seen the first one yet. You know, I mean, I already gave my thoughts about what I thought of the first movie with the trailers, the whole Zendaya situation. That shit pissed me off. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, Zendaya's only here for, 20 minutes and she's a bitch. Like, she's out here. Like, bro, she's out here like, I don't know. Typical, right? You know how they're like mean at first and they grow fond of each other and shit. Whatever, right? No, like, that's it, man. That's all we get from her. Well, all right, cool. But no, with the trailer with Dune Part 2, like I said, I can't necessarily give my honest opinion just because I haven't seen the first one. But based on like I know even though I haven't seen the movie, I knew there was hype. Like I knew people love them. I mean, dude, we went to go see. It was at 11:30 a.m. showing, and there was a lot of people.
It was packed,
and that's kind of rare, man. When we go that early, dude, there's like no one there. Maybe a couple senior citizens, man. Like right, but yeah, it was a lot of people. So the hype is there, and I could see why. After I saw the first movie, I could see why. You know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah, that's all I could pretty much say about that. I mean, what about you, Hav? Did you already? Yeah, no, he actually.
Did you see the trailer before you saw Dune 1?
Yeah.
So.
Oh, okay.
I'll say that. After seeing Dune 1
and
seeing the trailers, what were your expectations?
Now I was a little more hype.
You a little more
There
hype?
was a little more hype behind it because now that I knew where the characters were, the trailer plays a big part in telling you where it's going to go. Also, I forgot to mention, a couple of weeks ago, I saw Dune 1 in theaters because they re-released it. And at the very end, after the credits and everything, they showed a sneak peek of Dune Part 2.
Oh, wow.
So the entire scene where we see Paul ride the sandworm, that whole fucking like 6-minute sequence was the sneak peek that we saw.
Oh shit, that was cool. What the
So when that happened, I was like, oh yeah, I know what happens because that was a sneak peek.
Oh shit. Okay.
Which is not a spoiler, guys. It's literally in the trailer. Just caution, but that was in the trailer. But yeah, that whole thing, that was a sneak peek. So when I saw that, especially seeing the sneak peek, I was like, all right, like now I gotta watch the second one.
Yeah.
And then the trailers were hyping it up even more, and so I was excited for Dune 2.
Yeah, and so guys, I also want to mention, just because this is a long movie, a bunch of things going on, we probably might not cover everything, and we apologize, man. This is like another one of those movies like Oppenheimer, man. Oppenheimer gave me PTSD, man. Fuck.
No, don't worry. We'll do this one justice. But another thing I wanted to talk about was Timothée Chalamet's acting, his performance in this movie.
I think everybody was great.
I swear to God, bro, I saw Wonka, and I enjoyed Wonka.
You saw it?
I didn't see it. What did you think of it?
I enjoyed it. I really like. Not in theaters. I saw it on
the link.
Was it a link? Yeah, it was the link. Yeah, it was.
What the fuck? Of all movies, I never would have thought like, what do I do on a Friday night? Wonka.
Yeah, I mean, it came out. Yeah. It was one of the last few movies of that
December,
year.
Yeah,
right?
It was like early December, and I enjoyed it. It was a fun movie. I enjoyed it. It was just fun, casual watch. But I enjoyed his performance in that one. So I knew after seeing him in there, I was like, all right, this guy's a pretty good actor. That was like a movie where you got to carry it, and he did that. So I was like, okay, this one is a huge ensemble cast, but it's centered around his character. So when I came into this movie, I'm like, all right, I expect him to carry the movie. Like I want to be wowed by his performance, and god damn it, I was. There is like 2 instances where I literally was in awe. I was like, holy shit, he fucking just destroyed that shit. So I wanted to see what you guys thought about his performance.
Yeah, I think his performance and just overall in general, man, it's like high quality type of acting that we see here. Even we see a Dave Bautista, man, right?
Yeah, he was good too.
Yeah, he did a great job as well. I mean, everybody did a great job, and it kind of makes sense, man, because this is a high anticipated film, high budget, clearly, right, with the amount of actors that they have.
Big names too.
Yeah, and so yeah, the actors, I enjoyed them all. I even like the characters. Like I said, Dune is one of those sci-fi franchises, I want to say now, I guess. Yeah. That where the characters are really well written and you actually like them and care, right? Not some Rebel Moon bullshit.
Facts.
You just don't even give a fuck. But anyways, what do you think?
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, all the characters did a really good job. Mainly, mainly Zendaya and mainly Timothy Chalamet, just because they are the main ones. And I even want to give my props to Javier Bardem as I forgot what they called him. He was the dude that was like the leader of the Fremen. He was the guy that was like
him, yeah.
He's the one where he's like he's the Messiah and blah blah blah. Like,
as
written.
Yeah,
As written. Like he did a very good job too, because a lot of the movie also comes from him as well. Playing up the fact that Paul could be this new Messiah. Like, I forgot the fucking name that they call him in the Messiah name, right? But like,
Albadal.
Albajal. I don't know, man. Something like that.
I don't know, some shit, bro. But like,
he's close to it. He's close
Yeah.
to it.
yeah, I'll look. I mean, I could look it up, but I really like that he also played a huge part in trying to get the audience to be like, you know, could this guy be the chosen one? Is he really the Messiah? Could he save us from this war? Blah blah blah, like this and that. So I also want to give my flowers to him as well. Everyone else in the movie, I really like, despite them not having as much screen time. I feel like, because like as much as he's great in every movie, fucking Christopher Walken, right? He's barely in this movie. He's not. He doesn't have a lot of screen time. Him and Florence Pugh's characters both do not have a lot of screen time in the movie. So if you guys are like hoping like, oh shit, like they're gonna kill it, you might be a little disappointed in the fact that you might see them a lot, because they're not. Actually, funny enough, the only character that I can think of that I think did have more screen time than the both of them, and even that's not even saying much, because this person didn't have a lot, is Austin Butler's character as like the psychotic nephew of the Emperor, this dude who becomes one of the antagonists in the film.
Oh yeah.
So they all do a very good job, but they're not in the movie as much. If you really want to look at it, this movie is very much on the shoulders of both on probably Zendaya and Timothy Chalamet, but mostly him more than anything.
Yeah.
In my opinion. But I think they all did a very good job in their
yeah,
own
dude.
respective
So
parts.
that's that, right? And then also the visuals, man. A
I'll
lot of
bring
great
that up,
visuals.
yeah.
So yeah, dude, this fucking movie, the cinematography is fire.
A lot of great visuals. Even the sound, bro. Like, remember like the whole action sequences? You could hear the rumble and stuff. That's Dolby Atmos.
That shit gets you hyped, bro.
That's Dolby Atmos.
Yeah, that's
bro.
Dolby
What you
Atmos.
mean?
Yeah.
That's facts.
That's
Not
facts.
sponsored.
But no, I there's like 3 shots that I really like a lot in this movie that we'll go into the sports that I'll bring up there. But I forgot the name of the dude. Maybe you know him, the guy who was in charge of cinematography in this film. I've seen his name brought up before, saying how the director says like I always want to work with him. I think he's gonna be a part of the next movie as well. I could be wrong.
I've been told. So I've heard that the cinematographer guy who does all the camera work, he's done a lot of movies in the past, and all the cinematography looks fire like that. I think he did the creator.
Shit.
Oh, for real?
Oh, he did. The creator did good.
Sense,
Yeah,
but
the creator had cool shots.
Yeah, cool shots.
I believe he was the same cinematographer for the creator. So that motherfucker, I've heard been brought up quite a few times, like his cinematography. Greg Fraser.
Right, yeah, there we go. That
Greg
guy.
Fraser. Wait,
Is that the guy for the Batman?
that's the Batman.
I was about to say.
Greg Fraser is the cinematographer for the Batman.
The Batman.
No wonder, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
alright.
fire shots.
So
man.
it's Dune Part 2, The Creator, The Batman,
Yeah,
Dune Part 1, the movie Vice.
I haven't seen that one.
Vice is like Vice President Dick Cheney, that movie. Rogue One, a Star Wars story.
Ah, wow. All right.
Zero Dark 30.
I heard of that movie, but I never
That's
seen it.
the one where like they are hunting down Osama bin Laden, like
No,
the
I
whole
remember
9/11 shit.
seeing that a long time ago.
I heard that movie's fire. I haven't seen it. Killing Them Softly
Heard that one. never seen
and
it.
a few other movies that I've never.
Oh, but see, there you go. I mean, that makes sense, bro.
Yeah, it makes sense. Like
He's a good
the visuals
cinematographer.
in this.
He was also cinematographer on The Mandalorian.
Oh,
wow.
Chapter 1 of The Mandalorian, Chapter 3, and Chapter 7.
Of
so-
the first season.
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense.
So The Mandalorian, Chapter 1, The Mandalorian, Chapter 3, The Sin, and Chapter 7, The Reckoning.
All right, that makes sense.
But yeah, Greg Fraser. So this dude has done. So he's got some shit
Got
under his
shit.
belt, bro. When it comes to,
Isn't he gonna do? Is he coming back for the second Batman movie?
Yeah,
All
he
right, that's
is.
good. That's good.
yeah,
All right.
yeah. I think he's coming back for the
I
second.
hope
Batman.
so.
Hey, man.
But yeah, that's the
It's really
guy,
good.
Greg
Yeah.
Fraser. So
Yeah.
that dude, yeah, dude, the cinematography, bro, is fire in this movie, bro. Now that
So-
I know that he made those other movies,
Yeah.
it makes sense, bro.
So we talked about
That's
the
a name
story.
that we got to look out for.
Greg Fraser.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like if we see a movie like,
Oh yeah, it's gonna be
whoa,
fire. Who did the Northman? The Northman had a great shot.
Yeah, but say great
I
shots.
can look it up.
I don't know, but
It's mostly not him.
Yeah,
No, I know
either
it-
way,
no, it
great
wasn't.
shot.
But
It
either way,
wasn't.
dude, like the shots in that movie was really fucking good, man.
Yeah,
Like,
they were
really
beautiful.
cool, really sick, dude. Some movie shit.
But what were you saying? That
Oh yeah, I was gonna just say we covered the overall the characters the acting, the visuals, even the sound design. I guess. What did you guys? Now for the final thing, what did you guys think of like the overall plot in this movie? Did you guys think it was a step forward or a step backwards compared to the first movie? What do you guys think?
I think compared to the first movie, I think it's definitely a step forward.
Definitely,
Yeah.
bro. Without a doubt.
It's
Without
like
a doubt.
we actually, I'm not gonna say we didn't have any tension in the first movie because we did obviously.
There
but-
was a bit.
But
Yeah.
in this movie, I
You could
think we
definitely
finally
feel it more.
feel the pressure that Paul Atreides is under.
Yeah.
And the situation that he's in. You know what I mean?
Dude, imagine being told, "Hey, man, you could be our new Messiah." You're like, like all these people looking at you and like, "Hey, man, so like, what's up? You gonna save us, right?"
Yeah, man.
He's like, what?
Like, dude, it's fucking.
Bro,
It's crazy.
I'm just trying to get canes right now.
I'm literally like, y'all literally interrupting my trophy hunting.
For real, bro. Like, are you kidding me right now?
Bro,
Did you see-
shut, dude. The fucking Messiah he's coming in a jet. That's my PS4, y'all.
Yo,
I
sorry,
need
man.
a trip, bro. I
late,
don't,
y'all.
I don't even know the car.
I'm late, y'all. My bad. No, but that's definitely
But that's
a lot of
true.
pressure.
No, the plot is definitely
Absolutely.
a step forward, bro. And I'm gonna be honest with you, like as much as I said earlier that Dune Part 2 still has the kind of like that slow burn kind of feel to it, this movie felt a lot more like progressively
Oh yeah,
exciting more than the first one in my opinion.
yeah.
That's one pro that I will give this movie is that fuck man, it's longer, right? And it's kind of a slow burn, but there's more shit to invest yourself in. More to sink your teeth in. Like you're just like, okay, we're still on this like revenge quest thing, but oh shit, now we're
There's more
getting
to it.
involved with the Emperor. Like we're now seeing him, and he's got this psychotic fucking nephew in the gladiator match, and like you're starting to expand a little bit more on the world, and you're starting to learn more shit, and then those worlds that you're like, what the fuck? Like this kind of feels like Hector said earlier. Like I forgot we were even watching Dune when those scenes came up, and like
Yeah, dude. We'll
it just
get to
felt
those.
so different. But like then it's cool how later in the movie they start to cross over with
Yeah.
the Arrakis and the Fremen and how that all ties in together. Like I just like when movies do that kind of shit, like the whole world building shit. I feel like the Batman did a really good job of doing that, just world building and stuff like that. Because that movie was like marketed as like Batman takes on the Riddler. Oh shit! But then like oh shit, Carmine Falcone and Catwoman and all these other shit, like a whole bunch of other shit that just built on the entire world. I just like when movies do that. So this movie is definitely had way more to sink your teeth into as far as plot in my
Exactly.
opinion.
So I guess that's all the good, right? Is there any negatives?
I guess the same one as I had in the last movie. It still feels like a slow burn.
Yeah.
While there is more action and more excitement in this movie, I feel like it still has that slow burn vibe to it.
Yeah.
And again, that's not everyone's cup of tea. I personally don't mind slow burn movies at times, but it's one of those things where it's like if the movie's gonna be slow per se, then you have to kind of justify why it goes that slow. So, in my opinion, I felt like this movie does it right, but I will be like, damn, like I wish the pacing would have been a little better. But I will admit, one big flaw, and then one of the reasons why I dropped Dune Part 1 one point is the slow burn in that movie.
Yeah.
Because in the first movie, bro, like the thing is that something that I don't know if you guys knew this, but like Dune is books. They're novels, and I think
Yeah, I
it's
didn't
like
know about that,
It's
yeah.
7 books fucking long, bro. Like
7 books.
I think in total it's like sequels and spin-offs and a bunch of other shit. But
shit.
Dune Part 1 is based off the first Dune movie. Not even the first Dune Dune Part 1 is based off the first Dune book. But it's not even the first book, bro. It's literally the first half of the book.
Jesus.
Dune
Christ.
Part 2, what we just
Is it
saw,
the other half
is
of the first book?
is the last half of that first Dune book. And my issue with the first Dune movie is that it's a slow burn, in which like, but if the plot's fire, right, and blah blah blah. But here's my problem: is that I'm supposed to believe that movie is based off the first half of a book. It's not even the full book; it's the first half, and it's 2.5 fucking hours long, bro. And I think about it, and upon rewatching the movie a second time, I was like, okay, let me be a little nitpicky and see if there's any filler, because no way this fucking shit's. Because I haven't looked it up. I don't know how many pages the first book is, but if if it's 500 pages, 250 pages worth of that book justifies 2.5 hours. Fuck no, man. I don't see that. So when I look it up, when I was rewatching the first Dune movie, I do notice that there are some scenes they could have cut shorter. Scenes maybe they could have just taken out completely. For me, it's just like I don't see the runtime justify the source material. I I think like for me, it just doesn't justify 2.5 hours. Fuck no, bro.
Yeah.
I could see this movie being a 2-hour long movie. Dune Part 1 should have been a 2-hour movie. 2.5 is like pushing it. Like I don't know what was the point of having like so much filler in it. In my opinion, Dune Part 2 does a well better job in their time management. I feel like I'm trying to nitpick as I think about it right now. Is there any filler in Dune Part 2? And maybe 1 or 2 scenes I could think of, like, oh, they didn't have to draw that out. Like, the whole gladiator fight could have been maybe shorter.
Yeah.
Or maybe that whole thing where, like, he sees that woman in the hallway. Like, stuff like that where I'm just like, that didn't need to be there. That could have been cut off. That could have shaved a couple minutes. But Dune Part 2 does a better job at, like, using its runtime to its advantage than Dune Part 1. So for me, and kind of like a little side tangent, I'm going to get a little off topic. And I know Mario's going to know what I'm talking about. Mario, do you remember couple of years ago when Obi-Wan Kenobi came out on Disney Plus? So all the 6 episodes of the Obi-Wan show came out. Then a couple of weeks later, I go on social media and it was reported that a super fan took all 6 episodes of Obi-Wan and cut out all the filler and made a 2.5 hour long movie version that was shorter and was more straight to the point. So basically, like, you know, Disney Plus 6 episodes, like what, 40-something minutes each episode. He took all 6, cut out all the filler, and he combined it and made a 2.5 hour long Obi-Wan movie instead. And I think there was a couple of instances where a few Disney Plus shows, like in Marvel, I think there was a couple of fans that also did that exact same thing, cut out all the filler, and they made movies. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know who this motherfucker is or who these people are, but I think they need to put their hands on Dune.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. These people need to come and re-edit Dune, in my personal opinion. And I know that sounds kind of harsh, but I personally see, because I just looked it up, right? I was on my phone and I Googled it. So the first movie is 2 hours 35 minutes.
Damn.
Dune Part 2 was 2 hours 46, which in total, if you put it together, it completes a 5 hour and 21 minute odyssey.
Fuck, bro.
That's what it is. And to be honest, bro, with all the filler and just like how slow the first movie felt, I felt like maybe there could have been some parts in the first movie that you could definitely cut out. Maybe a few parts in Dune Part 2, but not as much as Part 1. And I feel like what they should have done, instead of splitting it as a Part 1, Part 2, I think it would have been better removing any filler, removing any unnecessary parts. They should have just combined Part 1 and Part 2 and gave us a Flower Moon. They should have given us a 3.5 hour long but one movie. You feel me? Because the first movie, with it having such a long ass runtime and it ends on a cliffhanger, what the fuck? Like, it feels like half a movie because it's half a book. Yet it's 2.5 hours. Get the fuck out of here, bro. The same runtime as fucking No Way Home, bro. That doesn't make sense to me. So what they should have done, I feel like, is they should have just combined parts 1 and 2 together. Maybe cut out some of the filler in the first movie and at most make it a 3.5 hour long movie. Yeah. And we're getting a third Dune movie. It's called Dune Messiah, and Denis Villeneuve is coming back to do it. Okay. That should have been Dune Part 2. Or they shouldn't even call it Dune Part 2 at that point. It's based off the book Dune Messiah. So this first one, which is the combined Dune Part 1, Dune Part 2, just call that Dune and have the sequel called Dune Messiah. Yeah. You know what I mean? Just so that they don't have to rely on the Dune.
I guess this kind of connects to like he's making long movies, and I did see that he said in an interview that young people want longer movies. Did you guys see that?
Yeah, I saw that.
I saw something else. I want to bring something else that he said in an interview, but no, I did not hear about that.
Did you, Mario?
I saw that.
He said like, oh yeah, younger people want longer movies that have like meaning and stuff. Like look at, and he also like said, like look at Oppenheimer, right? That shit, the young people were hyping that up and they loved it and stuff, and it was just a movie that's over 2 hours of people just talking, you know. And I don't know, I kind of disagree, just because sure there's a lot of people that liked it, but then there's a lot of people like us. We're like young people. We're like, what the fuck going on? You remember those TikTok memes?
My thing
after I saw Oppenheimer, I didn't even know what the fuck's going on. Like, bro. What the fuck?
Yeah, I see. Yeah, I remember those.
You know,
for me, bro, I don't mind long movies.
No, me either.
If a movie wants to be 3.5 hours long, fuck it. But make sure like
it's good.
It's not slow burn. Make sure there's no filler. Make sure that it justifies the runtime. Is all I'm saying.
I would say Oppenheimer was a slow burn.
But I agree. But I would argue that it
bad.
used its runtime to tell the story better than Dune Part 1, in my personal opinion. I think the
okay, that's an interesting take. What about you? Did you agree? Hold it at that. Do you agree with that take?
That Oppenheimer is a better pacing than Dune Part 1?
Not better pacing. We both just said that they're both slow burns. But I said in its 3-hour runtime, which is longer than Doom Part 1.
Yeah.
It uses like the story and the plot progression better than what I felt like Doom Part 1 did.
That's interesting.
Because now that because the thing is, bro, I'm rewatching Doom Part 1. I rented it on YouTube with subtitles, and literally the scene in Doom Part 1 where they finally go to Arrakis and they get on that ship. And they're like, oh, yeah, this is how we harvest the spice. Remember that scene where they go with that one chick? Yeah. Remember she's complimenting Timothée Chalamet, like, have you worn this suit before? Like, no, it's my first time. They all get on that ship, and that fucking, like, thing that clamps the ship breaks, and they have to go save them.
Yeah.
That's like 50 minutes into the movie.
Oh, wow.
That's a fourth of the movie in. And I'm like...
And that feels like the beginning.
And I'm like, we're still here.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
See what I mean? That's what I mean, is
that.
I noticed, like... And like the whole thing where like the Harkonnens come and like kill and they invade the House of Atreides and like Oscar Isaac dies and all that bullshit. That's a minute like 30 in. We're still another hour left in the movie. So I'm like, bro, this movie like has so much shit going on, and like I just feel like we're still in the beginning.
That's
because
true.
It's well, it makes sense, right? It's based off the first half of a book. That's where I'm like, nah, man, this 2.5 hour long. I don't think it needed to be this long, homie. If they would have just cut this movie shorter, combined it with part 2, they would have made like a 3.5 hour long one movie, and that's it. But I get it, right? It's Hollywood. It's a business. More movies racks in more money, girl. What you mean? I get it. I just feel like, whatever superfan out there who re-edited Obi-Wan, re-edit this shit, bro. Please.
See what happens.
Give me a 3.5 hour cut of part 1 and part 2 combined, bro. Please.
But yeah,
Mario,
I can see what you're saying.
That's what I was saying, Mario. Is that does Oppenheimer, which was longer than Doom Part 1, does it use its entire runtime? Like, do they use the runtime to their advantage? Like, do the storytelling, or do you think that there was also some filler shit in Oppenheimer that they could have taken out?
I don't think there was any filler shit in Oppenheimer, bro.
What do you
think so?
Because I feel like he loved.
Because Killers of the Flower Moon, I think of another slow burn. But I enjoyed it a lot. I mean, I gave it a 10, and I didn't really think there was any filler to me. Actually, maybe no. Well, that's like nitpicking, because I know we did say there were some scenes that were 10 seconds long. It's all right, bro. Come on, you know.
Yeah.
But to the point where like it disrupted like the flow of the story. In my opinion, I don't think it did. But yeah, Oppenheimer, I don't think so, man. I don't think there was any filler that really stood out to me. That like, all right, bro, come on, like let's get rid of this.
I was about to say the same thing with me. I don't think. Well, to answer your original question,
yeah, we threw a lot.
I was going to say, to answer your original question about the Oppenheimer, I think it does use it a whole lot better because it is telling a story from beginning to end. Unlike Dune, where it's like you said, it split the first book apparently in half. So to me, like I said, when we were kind of in the beginning of this recording, I said like now that I understand that he's basically just the first movie was basically just an introduction.
That's what it was?
And it was. And to me, I didn't mind that as long as it was good and I was entertained and I thought the scenes were good. So to me, it's a slow burn, but I don't see it as a negative in this movie in part 1 or in part 2. Like, I enjoyed it. I think it made the movie better.
Yeah.
But
just to clarify, I'm not saying that it being a slow burn was the fault. I'm saying that it didn't justify the runtime. I feel like there was a lot of filler in the first movie that they could have cut out to make shorter. That's what I'm saying. Because a movie can be a slow burn and still be cool. Like Joker, I feel like is a slow burn. You don't see a lot of action. Batman doesn't swoop in and like kick shit. You know what I mean? Like that movie can be seen as a slow burn, but like it's 2 hours long. It justifies the runtime, the story, blah blah blah. That's what I'm saying. Is that the runtime was too long and it doesn't justify like it being an introduction. Why should it be 2.5 hours long and it's only worth half the book? Like that's my issue.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that being said, I mean, let's want to get into the if it's worth a movie ticket. You know, what type and shit, and then our rating. You want to do it? Let's get into it. And then we will jump into the spoiler section.
All right.
And discuss some things, right?
You want to go first?
I can go first.
I can go first.
All right,
fine.
Cool. I was about to say, because if we go first, you're probably not going to have a lot to say.
That's funny. What's it called? Yeah. So, Dune Part 2, I mean, just do a quick overview. The acting was phenomenal, especially for Timothée Chalamet, Zendaya, the whole cast, honestly, even though you spend a few minutes with certain characters, but what's it called? Paul Atreides, his character, it's phenomenal, man. You really get invested in him, and he's very much is the star of this show. The visuals of this movie is outstanding. It's incredible. You're left in awe. The action sequences that you get in this movie are really fucking good in my opinion. They're amazing. They're well done. And if I were to give this movie out of 10, out of 10, I think this is better than the first one, man. And I was in certain parts of the movies that we'll get into spoilers. I was left literally in awe where I was like, holy shit, like I'm being wild right now.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give this movie a 10. I think it's a great
I saw it
sequel.
coming.
It's
First
phenomenal.
10 of the
First 10. I told
year, right?
when the movie ended, I told Hector, I was like, damn, bro, we saw the worst movie of 2024 a couple weeks ago in Madam Web. Now we may have seen the best movie of 2024 right after it. Thank God. Just drain Madam Web out of my fucking body, please.
Damn, bro.
But nah, man, this movie, we all saw it in Dolby. I'm not gonna speak for Hector and Javi, but I truly believe that this movie, to get the best experience, you have to see it in Dolby. It is definitely fucking worth it. This is what movie theaters are made for movies like these, the sound design.
Hey, fuck that bitch. Put Mario in. This is what movies are made for. Make him the promo dude. Promo person.
For real, man. This is legit. This is a phenomenal movie, man. If you are into sci-fi, you'll love this shit.
Oh,
even if you're not into it, I see, give it a chance. Well, obviously watch the first one because you got to watch that shit in order to understand this one.
Facts.
You can't just jump into this. You can't. You really just can't. But nah, man, I highly recommend it. It's a 10 out of 10. My first one of the year. Hopefully, there's more to come.
For real, man. Last year was really good. Like 10s out of 10s. What about you, Hav? Moving on with you, bro.
For me, I agree. I also think that this movie was very, very good. It met and exceeded my expectations at certain aspects. I think it does a better job of justifying its runtime than the first movie. I feel like it does a better job of progressing the story. Timothée Chalamet's character is very well done. I really like where the characters are going, and especially the way the movie ends. You're left with that feeling of the first movie where you're just like, bruh, it ends here. Like, fuck, now I gotta wait for the next one. But is it worth a movie ticket? Absolutely. I think Dune Part 2 was definitely worth a Dolby Cinema ticket. It's worth it. You guys can watch it Dolby Cinema, IMAX, and the best screen that you guys can. It's definitely worth the time and money. I really enjoyed Dune Part 2. I think I enjoyed Dune Part 2 more than Part 1. But if anyone would like to hook it up and re-edit those movies, I'd appreciate that. But Dune Part 1, I'd gave it an 8 out of 10. And I think for Dune Part 2, I'm going to have to give this one a 9.
Yeah. I mean, I agree that you got to see this movie, man. It's a really great movie. One of the best so far, right? This year. I mean, we're still pretty early on in the year, man.
Bro, what the fuck? What is it with March, bro? March always gets bangers.
Fire movies, right?
Dude, it was the Batman, then John Wick, and now here it's fucking Dune.
That's facts, dude.
That's crazy.
Company knows, man.
Dune Part 2 might just be my number one favorite movie, bro, because track record wise,
right now, yeah.
Track record wise, you feel me? Like,
out of all the movies that we've seen, oh yeah, for sure. Like,
that's bad. That means I was not gonna give anything a 10 from here on out.
Hey, Deadpool though.
Oh yeah, that
could.
There's that.
Deadpool got to be
Monkey Man.
Monkey Man looks cool.
Oh, there was another trailer for another movie that's coming out. That's kind of like action-y John Wick kind of movie. It's I forgot what it's called. I think Billy Kills the World or something like that.
Billy Kills the World
or something like that. It's with Bill Skarsgård.
I haven't seen that one.
Oh, I'll show you the trailer. It looks funny. It looks cool.
Right, cool.
But yeah, no, there's. I mean, I'm not saying it won't be overthrown.
No, but just so far, right now,
so far,
it's the best movie.
That's what I'm saying. So far, I think we've seen the best movie of 2024
absolutely.
so far. And I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna just be real.
Yeah.
I'm predicting this is gonna be the number one best movie of the year.
No,
for Mario.
Really? I don't know. Isn't there more
for
shit
Mario?
coming out?
Low key, because Mario fucks with sci-fi.
Yeah,
he gave this one a 10.
You see what I mean?
What are some other movies? I mean,
that I can think of.
Yeah, no way. He's not giving Kong a 10. He's not giving Deadpool a 10.
I'm not giving Kong.
Even
Kong
if you do give Deadpool a 10, you still prefer this movie.
Definitely.
I have a feeling.
I gotta see Deadpool.
Nah.
What if I'm?
I feel like you're more of a fan of sci-fi than superheroes. Even though superheroes
yeah.
technically can be sci-fi.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I
think you're right, Hive. Damn, he's calling it right now, bro.
It's
At
on
the end
tape.
of the year, he's gonna be like, movie of the year for me was Dune Part 2.
And if that happens, bro, Hector owes me pizza.
That's cool. whoa, we don't agree on that.
What you
That's
mean?
crazy.
No, I'm kidding.
No, you owe Mario Never mind.
Hey, I'm gonna say what the
Chill.
fuck.
Whoa,
Bro, you should have just said gummy bears or something. Bro. You didn't have to make it sus.
what you mean?
Gummy bears.
Y'all owe each other something, man.
Whoa.
What are you insinuating?
Hey, yo, all right,
Gummy bears in
all
the
right,
shape of a
chill,
lighthouse?
chill. What the fuck? Dude, for me, man, okay, yeah, I agree. You gotta see this movie, man. Dolby and shit. I really did it. Listen, man, I did enjoy this movie a lot more than the first one, but for some reason, man, it's not a 10 for me. Like there's something, I don't know what it is. It's just it's a great movie. It's a phenomenal movie, right? I mean, 9 is like one of the highest scores that we can give. Like it's really great. It's an amazing movie. You got to go see it. But for some reason, man, I just can't really give it a 10. I don't know what it is. So I'm giving it a 9, just like what I did in the first movie. Mm-hmm. They're both 9s, man. They're great movies. Mm-hmm. I'm excited. I'm actually excited to see the next one.
If the movie had zero slow burn, it would be a 10 for me.
I think so.
But I think in order to do that,
yeah,
part 2 would have to be shorter.
Yeah.
So like there would have to be some filler shit they have to take out. But like as of right now, and we just saw the movie, I can't think of anything that would be taken out. Maybe that scene in the hallway where Austin Butler's with that lady.
But to be honest, bro, now that I'm thinking about it,
yeah,
because I did like this movie a lot more than the first one.
Yes.
So that's the thing. Maybe I might switch my ratings around and give the first movie an 8,
just like I did,
and then this one a 9.
Okay.
Because this one I did like a lot more, definitely a lot more. But this last one was definitely fire too. And so if I give them both 9s, to me that's like, oh, I see them as the same. But no, I think this one is obviously a step way better than the first one. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do what you did, Jav. Yeah, I'm gonna give Dune Part 1 an 8, and then this one a 9.
Gotcha.
But yeah, so Mario gave it a 10. Jav and I gave it a 9. And with that being said, guys, thank you guys so much for listening. We're gonna jump into the spoiler section, and we're gonna not go super in depth, right? But we're gonna talk about some things maybe we were confused about, because I'm pretty sure there were maybe a few things, our favorite moments and shit. So if you guys want to hear that, stay tuned. But yeah, I thank you guys so much for listening, and we're gonna cut to the spoiler section. And 1, I already fucked it up, right? 3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1.
I don't know, man. I always fuck them up, man. I don't fucking. I gotta have I gotta have my notes.
1,
for
2,
that.
3 is like what?
That is kind of weird, isn't it? That is kind of weird. Ain't
I'm like, I've never heard someone do that.
Wait. Bro, when I'm reading the top 10 list, I started from number 1.
Yeah.
So stupid, bro. Oh my god. Did we do that on the pod? No, right? No. Thank God we did it. No, we did it. We did it off the pod. We did it off the pod, I think.
Oh yeah, we did.
We did it off the pod where I gave the number 1, and then you guys were like, "Bro, you already gave the number 1 already."
Yeah.
That was stupid, man. All right, but yes. No. All right, spoiler section, Jav. Let's get in the nitty gritty, man. What the fuck, man?
I was about to say, Jav, why do you feel like that hallway scene with Austin Butler talking to the one of the grandmother?
Who is she, bro?
She's one of she works for the grandmother or whatever that character's called. Because I see that as setup. That's why I don't see it as filler.
I just don't remember what did it lead to?
No, it's because that lady who's talking to Austin Butler, she gets impregnated by him. So I'm seeing that, okay, in the future, her baby's going to mean something. Obviously, we didn't see this much in this movie because Austin Butler dies.
Wait, who gets... What?
She gets impregnated by him.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, because she said, I'm also carrying his seed, and it's a female also. Oh. So she got impregnated by him. So that's why I see that as... I didn't want to say it in the moment because obviously that's spoilers.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm like, I see it as setup, which is why it wasn't a waste of a scene to me.
Yeah, you're right. I forgot about that, bro. I'm not going to lie. Okay. So there's that, right? And then I guess I want to talk about the whole mom drinking that poison and shit. What was that about, man? That kind of confused me a bit.
Well, they forced it her. Remember that lady?
Yeah, because the reverend mother, right, was dying.
That's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah, reverend. The reverend mother was dying, right? And so they said they wanted to replace her with that girl. So I'm assuming
because of the prophecy, because they thought Timothée Chalamet's character was the Messiah, and in the prophecy, the Messiah's mother takes over her role, and that's why they had to get her to do it.
Nah, I told you, motherfucker. I told you Mario understood more shit than us.
He did.
I needed subtitles, bro.
Yo,
I need subtitles to understand Because, bro, when they
There's
start
no
talking,
way y'all don't pick up on this. They literally said
motherfucker,
it.
nah, man, he's bullshitting.
They
He's
said it.
He
bullshitting.
looked it up right now.
Bro,
He
bro,
looked it up right
said
now.
it.
bro, he's bullshitting. Because like when shit like this, bro, when they talk like Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings, fucking
Hear thee, hear ye.
Yeah, it's
you
like-
a bitchy. Like
Hear
what?
thee, hear
like
thee.
I don't.
We are
bro,
an HRVV.
bro, you lose me. Like when they talk with all this bullshit, like Reverend Mother, kind of fucking name is that, bro?
I don't know what the.
Just say mom, like.
Reverend.
So I'm just saying, I'm not trashing on the
Did you hear what he
dialogue.
said? Did you hear what he said? Reverend Mother, just call her mom. What the fuck?
Oh god, I'm just saying,
care.
bro. Like sometimes the dialogue, like it loses you sometimes, because like when they talking really
I love that
fast.
shit.
No, I mean it can be good. It's just like I'm not saying it's trash. I'm just saying with no subtitles, I sometimes get lost, bro. Like I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah.
Sometimes they talk about accents. I'm like, what the fuck? Like
Low key, bro. Sometimes, or they talk low sometimes. Like,
Yeah.
like the villains, they be
or
talking
like,
low.
and then
shit.
I don't know if you noticed, but sometimes in the movies they'll talk in their native tongue, but
Oh,
there's
yeah, yeah,
subtitles.
yeah, yeah.
And they're like, okay, so you're reading what they're saying in their tongue.
Yeah.
But then sometimes they'll say some shit and they don't.
They don't do it. Yeah.
You notice that like a couple times.
Yeah.
They'll
Oh,
say
I thought it was
something.
just delayed. Like they did that on purpose or some shit.
There were times where they would say something in their native
it's
tongue,
probably
I didn't
what is
pick
it
it
like
and
a
there
foreign-
wouldn't be subtitles. So like in your like sometimes they'll talk really low. Yeah, you're right. When they talk low, motherfucker, was that English or was that native? Like what the fuck
Yeah.
did he just say there? I need fucking subtitles, bro. Because like you gotta be fucked.
All right, so let's go. Okay, let's go back to this. All right, so the mom, right? She was already pregnant, and they
She was
forced her.
pregnant, and because she knew she was pregnant, she didn't want to trigger, which is why she says like, "Hold up, what is
What
this?
is it?
Like,
Exactly.
what is it?" And then that's when the
Yeah, but then when the Reverend Mother was dying, like I thought some soul transfer was happening.
that's basically what was happening because when you drink it, you take on.
Do you remember?
like-
Wait, hold on. Javi's lost her. Do you remember the part where they force the mom
To drink the poison.
to drink that poison,
Right.
Because the Reverend Mother in front of her is dying, and they
Oh,
want, and they want to
her?
replace her. Yeah,
Yeah, she was old, bro.
she was old. She was dying.
When you
So they
pass
I
wanted-
didn't think that bitch was relevant.
No, she was the Reverend
Well,
Mother before her.
She was,
yeah.
yeah,
Okay,
she was the
I
Reverend
didn't-
Mother before her.
Alright.
What do you
For-
think was
for that-
happening?
for that-
Wait, what do you think was happening? I was like, oh, this bitch drinking Kool-Aid. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck. No, they say, our Reverend Mother is dying or whatever. We want you to replace her or whatever. That's
And if there were subtitles, I would have caught that.
I caught that at least. But what confused me was like when she drank it, like it infected obviously like her embryo, so like her kid, and like her kid opened up its eyes and shit. It's like, whoa, what the fuck? Remember that scene?
Yeah.
And then the whole mom, like the previous Reverend Mother's like dying or like she's happy, but then she realizes, oh shit, she's pregnant. She's like, what have we done? She's pregnant. I'm like, what could that mean? Like, what does that mean?
For me, what I
Oh
took
no! It's because they thought she was gonna die.
yeah, but
She didn't.
because
That's
she
what it was.
because
Yeah.
of the people she was a part of before.
Yeah.
They trained her to like defend toxins or whatever the fuck, and that's how she survived it.
Yeah,
And people
yeah,
are like,
yeah.
"See, look, it's the prophecy." She
As
survived.
written, as written.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's basically what was going on. in that
Oh,
scene.
okay. But then the whole like, what the fuck happened? Because after she drank that, she became like
changed.
crazy, bro.
Well, if you remember Zendaya's
happened
character,
with
she
that,
said
Mario?
like, "Oh, or not Zendaya, like her friend or whatever. If like, oh, your mother's gonna change. He's about to lose his mother. She's about to drink the worm's piss or whatever the fuck.
Yeah,
So I'm assuming whatever that liquid is, it's from that worm.
Yeah, yeah.
I forgot what that
and we
one's
see
called.
it how they
How they
do
extract
that,
it,
yeah.
right? Whatever's in that liquid, that blue liquid, it changes you. It clearly changes you. We don't know exactly what that. I don't remember picking up on that, but we can see what it does.
To me, it was implying like, oh, she's like evil now.
She wasn't.
She wasn't evil, but she
wasn't.
takes upon like the past memories.
That's
of
what I was
all-
thinking.
She,
Oh
no,
shit.
she takes upon the past memories of all the previous Reverend Mothers.
That's what I was thinking
of,
too.
Of
Okay.
Atreides.
So that's what that happened. Okay,
That's what
okay.
happened there. They say like, oh, you will carry. Or she even said it when she was talking to her son. It's like, I'm about to carry the burden. I'm about to carry the memories of all the past Reverend Mothers.
It was
of
either
this-
that or die.
Yeah, you're
So
that
don't
or die.
so don't be don't be surprised if my reaction is not like I'm not thrilled about it. She said something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, I knew that, and I know because like I was listening to like what's gonna come after Dune, like in the next movie. I was listening to videos on my drive here
Mm-hmm.
on YouTube videos, and the daughter it plays a big part, and like it's just gonna play a big part in the next movie.
Hey, that
so,
his sister.
yeah.
That's That's that actor. That's
Yeah.
the girl from Furiosa, right?
Yeah,
I
that's
knew
her.
it. I was about to say I knew it.
And you know what's funny is a couple of weeks ago that bitch spoiled that she was gonna have a secret role in this movie.
Oh, why'd she do that?
She spoiled.
I
that.
mean, I didn't hear about it, but like I
She
don't know
was
why
like,
did that.
she was like, Anya Taylor-Joy confirms that she has a secret role in Dune Part 2, but that was it. We didn't know what she was gonna do or who she was gonna be. So when I totally forgot about that. So when she came up on screen, I was like, oh shit, oh that's right.
You guys
She's
think there's
supposed
going to be a
in this
time
movie.
jump?
In the book, there is.
Oh,
okay.
then there might
So
be a
in the
time jump.
book, it's 10 years later.
Oh.
And at this point, the daughter has already been born.
Well, don't say too much because I don't want to get spoiled.
No, I'm just saying, like in the books, like it's a time jump. Like
I'm gonna read the book.
but
I'll for sure listen to it.
I don't know because I heard that there was a lot of differences that they did in the book than in this movie. That maybe they won't do that time jump shit. I don't know.
Oh shit. Okay.
In the original Dune movie from the 80s, like it's very comic book source material, like accurate to where it was a 2-year-old kid, but it talks and acts like an adult person.
Yeah.
So that's why they changed it. Whereas it's just an embryo that's sending messages to the mom. That's why they changed it in this
that's
movie.
a good change.
Because in the book,
It was supposed to be like a kid,
it was supposed to be a 2-year-old kid.
but that talks like an adult.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
acts like an adult.
No, I think they made the right change. I think that's hard to pull off.
Because there's a lot of change.
And with
but
the embryo, it makes more
That's-
sense. Because,
yeah,
like,
it'll be kinda
she's
cringy.
connected. Yeah, it'll be cringy.
It'd be cringy because like we already know, man. Child actors are like a hit or miss.
Well,
bro.
yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
No, but like even if it's like a
Even like
8-year-old,
8-year-old. Yeah, I know
like
what you mean.
it's a hit or miss, bro. Like,
yeah.
with
But I
that
guess
shit.
in the books, Dune Messiah, which is the third Dune movie that we're gonna get, in the book there is a time jump.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there probably is gonna be a time jump.
But yeah, was there another thing you're confused about?
No, I actually want to talk about where we meet that Timothy's cousin, right? Remember the whole
Yeah.
that whole world. What are they called again? What's
The
that?
Harkonnens.
Yeah, where we get that entire dude. That was like what 3 minutes, dude, or 25 minutes or some shit. Like I thought, like I was watching like a whole different movie, bro.
Is that a bad thing for you? Why you
Actually no, because I was still like interested.
Same here. I think that's a good.
You know what I
thing.
mean? Like I was
Because,
still
like,
interested.
I think there's movies where they do that, but it feels like you're doing it poorly.
You know what? I could mention one, and this goes way back, and we
What?
didn't even have the pod. It was Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Remember that movie?
Which part are you talking about? Like what's
The whole movie, my guy.
Oh, okay, yeah. 'cause
What?
I remember watching that
What
movie.
about
Like,
it?
yo, what the fuck is going
about
on
it?
here? Yeah, I know what you mean.
What about it?
What is that? What it's called? The Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
What
or
about
some
it?
shit?
Yeah.
That because we're discussing that scene where we meet the Harkonnens.
Harkonnens.
Harkonnens, yeah.
And like with that whole scene where the gladiator scene, we're meeting everybody. That to me, I felt like that was a whole like different movie. And Mario was asking me if that was a bad thing, and to me, I said personally, not really, because I was still invested. I was still invested in it. And I said, and then he said, "Oh well, I hate. There's some movies that do that, and it just doesn't feel right or flow right." And I said, a perfect example is that movie, in my opinion, is Once
Yeah.
Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Same.
And this was back, bro. This was
before the pod.
bro. This is
Looking back at it, bro, it's
2019?
surprising we saw that movie.
why did we guys? We weren't even we weren't doing what we're doing right now. We didn't watch like we would watch maybe 3 or 4 movies a year or some shit, and that was just one of them that we decided to like yo fuck
random. Yeah.
it. And I remember, and actually we kind of did give a review on it because at the time we did have an old.
We were
pod.
talking about it.
Yeah, we did have a pod, but it was like old one, bro. That's like OG shit. And
Yeah.
it was not as organized as this one, guys, and not as I guess like literally we just talked about whatever, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. We just talked about whatever. People don't give a fuck, right? But we did give kind of like a small review on that movie, and that's the movie that I could think of, like, oh, a movie that feels like different movies and it just doesn't flow right. That was me personally. When I was watching that movie,
No, I feel you.
I didn't know what the fuck was going on, man. I was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is going on? We're here. Now we're here. Who is this? Why is this connected? Like Leonardo DiCaprio's like that whole shit felt like its own thing.
And then Margaret Robbie. Thing.
Yeah, and it's like, what are we doing?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I still don't understand.
Yeah, same here. I remember saying, I'm like, bro, you can literally take Margot Robbie's arc
Yeah.
out the movie, and this movie still makes sense.
And like obviously Hav, I remember Hav, he gave like the backstory with it. I forgot what it was. Hav, I'm gonna be honest.
Didn't he say it was, like,
It was a long
based on
time ago.
real or something?
He gave
I forgot.
me a backstory, which makes sense. Like if I knew that, then I probably would have enjoyed it a lot
Basically,
more.
bro, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, it was Quentin Tarantino's love letter to old school cinema.
Okay.
All these unconnected stories that you guys are talking about, they are unconnected, but each one in one way, shape, or form connects to like the
Is
bigger
it like
picture,
like
of
a butterfly effect?
No, it's
Oh,
just
shit.
like okay. So you know how like okay. So I'm assuming one of the plot points is Brad Pitt, right? And he goes through that junkyard
Yeah.
with all those hippie.
Yeah, it's like, what are we doing here?
That is Charles Manson's cult.
Oh.
And in that time, Charles Manson was not in prison, my guy. That motherfucker was out there sending his cult to do some fucking murders and shit.
Okay.
So that was him getting involved with the Charles Manson murders. Because Charles Manson was very big in the 60s of cinema. Like, because that dude was running his own actual cult. We all know who Charles Manson is, right? The cult leader guy.
The cult
right?
leader, yeah.
So that's who those hippie girls were. They were all followers of Charles Manson. He actually makes an appearance in the movie. But I'm sure you guys forgot the scene where he was
I was
in.
gonna say.
Yeah.
I had no idea, bro.
And then the reason
we were
why
cinemaphiles.
the
man.
reason
we
why
were.
Sharon Tate, which is the name of Margot Robbie's character, who's a real
Yeah.
girl, she's in the movie because in the 60s she was a big actress. She was like the next I don't know who's a big actress right now that's hitting a lot.
Anna Taylor-Joy, the girl.
Sure, her or Zendaya or like Florence Pugh's getting
Jenna
a lot
Ortega.
of shit.
Oh yeah, her. Yeah.
Like she was at
Jenna
the
Ortega
time.
falling off though.
Ooh,
Loki, yeah,
That's
sadly.
Ever
but
since that Miller shit, man, I can't.
but
I fell to my knees.
at the time in the 60s, she was like that person that was up and coming, and she died
Yeah, yeah,
at 24 years old, pregnant.
Whoa.
Because Charles Manson sent his people out to kill her.
Oh shit.
Yeah, but as we know in the movie, Quentin Tarantino is known for making movies based on real events, but he changes the history.
Yeah.
He changes events. Like I don't know why he thinks he has the authority to change the past.
Motherfucker think he's new hierarch of the universe.
Yeah, bro.
Of the real world.
But in the real world, you know, Charles Manson sends those cult people to her house, and they break in and they kill her and everyone in the house.
Is that what that is in the end of the movie?
In the end of the movie, he changed it to where he sent them to where they thought Sharon Tate's house was, but it was Brad Pitt tripping on acid. And
Yeah.
he fucking murders everyone.
like I don't
And in
get
that universe, she lives, doesn't die a tragic death. That's why. At the
See,
same
man.
time, Leonardo DiCaprio is like this actor who kind of fell off of Hollywood. He's trying to get back.
Yeah.
You know, he's like the motherfucker who fell off and he's not taking it serious anymore.
Yeah.
Like, what this whole movie was, it was a love letter to old school cinema, old school
Right.
Hollywood. And because, personally, bro, I thought the movie was cool, but because I didn't fucking grow up in that era, none of these stories, like,
Mattered.
hit me here.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, oh, I'm sure it hit a lot of old ass motherfuckers. But, like,
Facts.
me, no, because I didn't grow up in that era, nor do I know shit about it. So, like, to me, I was just kind of like, whatever. Like, this is whatever.
Yeah, man, it was a doozy, bro. I left that movie theater and like we saw it with Everardo. Remember that? Mario?
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
And we're just like
The best part of the whole
the
movie,
fuck did we
the best
watch?
part of that whole movie was the fucking
the house scene.
the fucking yeah,
Yeah.
at the very end.
A meme was born out of that movie. Remember Leonardo DiCaprio? Him pointing out the chair.
Oh
like,
yeah, that's where that movie.
Oh,
got
that's where that's
That's
from?
that
That's
meme.
where
That's
it's
that
from.
meme
That
right there.
movie.
That movie,
But at the end of the
you know what I
movie,
mean?
when he just fucking kills all of Manson's cult followers,
Yeah.
and that whole like thing where like
Dude, yeah.
that
man.
scene was the best scene.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
what the fuck going on.
no, yeah, that's why the movie. That's basically what the movie's about. It's just
Yeah.
a series of like stories that all take place in the same year in the same decade of Hollywood cinema. It's supposed to be a love letter to like those older, simpler times or whatever the fuck. But like, bro, literally, if you're a fucking like, unless you're a fucking film critic, I'm talking like one of those like artsy film critics, like Citizen Kane's your favorite movie, or you're someone old as fuck and you grew up in that era of cinema, then you'd love it. But as someone like us that didn't grow up in that era and we don't really know what the fuck, we just thought it was like whatever.
I mean, when we saw it, how old were we, bro? We're like 19.
19.
1920.
Yeah, we're like 19, bro.
Yeah, we worked together at the time.
Oh yeah, we did, huh? Yeah, bro. That movie was just crazy, man. I don't give a fuck. Like,
I mean, I was able to enjoy it a little more because I knew what was going on.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all were like,
no,
we
dude,
were,
I don't even know why we saw it.
I don't know.
Why did we go out? and
Dude,
see
it's one of
it?
those movies that like why the three of us
Like, yo, fuck it. You want to see
like,
this?
like yeah, it's probably like hey, there's this movie with Leonardo DiCaprio's in it. I fuck it. No bullshit. It's probably like that.
Dude, we were just sitting there like, when is this gonna end? At least that's how I felt. Like, bro, this is so lame. Like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. But anyways, right, let's get back into the Dune, right? Let's
We're
talk
talking about
the
the Harkonnens. You were talking about something about the Harkonnens. Oh, I asked you if it was a good or bad thing. This
Oh yeah,
20, 30 minutes
yeah.
Here.
No,
You said it
I
was a good
no, I
thing.
thought it was good. I guess let's talk about like the biggest, like the big reveals, right? Don't we find out that Timothy and the mom are half?
Harkonnen.
they're Harkonnens.
Yeah, bro.
That shit was
What the
fucking crazy.
Ain't that crazy, dude?
And she didn't know
Yeah.
until she took the blue Kool-Aid. That's when she found out.
Because she garnered the memories of past Reverend Mothers, which
Yeah.
made more sense. You see, now that Mario explained fucking shit, bro,
Yeah,
now I
right.
get it. Fuck, man. I'm gonna go back to the IMAX theater, bro, in Lincolnshire or whatever the fuck it was,
And watch it
And
again?
I'm gonna get me that fucking little tripod.
Oh.
shit with the- remember in Oppenheimer when motherfuckers
Yeah.
had that tripod shit with the subtitles?
But I'm pretty sure that's like for disabled people or something.
okay.
I was about to say, like, I don't think they'll like. Are they,
I'll tell
they'll
them I'm
look at you.
disabled.
Are you disabled, bro?
I'm gonna tell him.
Like,
Bro, I just can't listen to shit. Oh, bro, here you go.
oh, you good, bro?
Wait, Oppenheimer? I get it, man.
Don't even say nothing. This is complimentary. Like,
Yeah.
every purchase with this movie, we give a tripod.
Hey, like we give a tripod, right? Oh, it's like here's a tripod for subtitles for Oppenheimer.
So imagine just everybody in the
Has
in
our
the theater
tripod?
all has a tripod.
Hey, no, I go to the movie theater. Hey, man, I'm gonna watch Oppenheimer. They're like, oh man, here's a tripod, man, for some subtitles. Oh, you an A-list member? Oh, you can upgrade. You know that? So they gave
What's
me
the
the
upgrade?
they gave me the glasses so I can see the words.
Dude,
on
that's
the
actually
screen.
smart though.
Glasses, I can see
how
shit.
the
No,
fuck
they
would
gave me
they
the
do
fucking
that?
Apple Vision headset.
Oh hell, that's
Oh,
funny.
dude,
that's
shit.
actually
you can just
smart
move
though.
you can move the subtitles.
I'm telling you, I think that's actually gonna happen one day, bro.
Yeah, I can
Where
see
like
it.
you could put on some augmented, glasses or some shit.
Yeah, I
Where like where you could have subtitles on the screen, bro. I'd want that.
Yeah,
That's
fuck yeah.
fire, bro.
Because then you can enjoy the movie
Yeah.
with subtitles with others that don't like subtitles.
Mario
I don't.
doesn't like subtitles. I don't get it.
Weirdo.
Why?
I just don't like them.
That's
I
crazy.
feel like
bro.
it just impacts. Like, no, get the words off the screen. I don't need.
I hate rating, man. Come on. What's going on?
I expect that shit-
This
I expect-
movie's fucking proof.
I expect that shit from Danny.
I took the most out of it.
Maybe I just have bad hearing, bro. Like maybe I'm like my
I
hearing.
got bad hearing too.
I got bad hearing. I can admit. No, like actually, like I think I made myself
You-
deaf in middle school.
Oh, I was about to say because
Listen
I
to
had
loud
surgery
ass.
in one of my ears.
Oh,
Oh shit, dead ass.
I never told you this.
I just remember you got like surgery in
when
your
I was
throat.
when I was practically deaf out of one of my ears when I was a little kid.
Oh,
And,
fuck,
yeah, because
we're
my
getting
mom
some
would yell,
lore
at
right
my,
now.
yell my name out, and I wouldn't turn. Like I'll be watching TV, and I would.
They thought
I
no,
wouldn't
my hijo is deaf.
for real. And then they took me to St. Jude's. And
Oh yeah, throw this man away. No, you know what they did? You know what they did? Well, he deaf? Hell no. Let me let me put some across on that bitch. They dunked you in holy water. They dunked him in holy
for the
water and
best.
said, "All right, bless up." Like,
and they hope for the best.
come back again if he doesn't. If he continues the same way, we could dunk him three
Hey,
more
every time
times.
they take them, they get a copay. So when they leave, $20.
They charge his ass.
Come back next time if it don't work.
We'll dunk him twice. We'll do it. We'll do it We'll do it twice, but just letting you know it's a $40 though. Just letting you know.
we're a charity hospital. I'll dump you in one more time for free.
For real.
They leave. Fucking Mario leaves, got his ass.
It's like, yeah, you know.
Nah, but like I went there, the person was like, "Oh, he just has really bad hearing, so we did some surgery shit." So like I don't hear how you guys.
No,
hear
you know
out of
what's
one
funny
ear.
when he say that is like, oh yeah, well I went there. They said I just had bad hearing. It's like, well yeah, that's why I took you there. Like tell me something I don't know. Like,
like,
why? Like why does he have bad hearing? Do you ever find out about that?
No, it's one of those questions like where like my mom told me. Like I don't remember this. I was like
shit.
I was a baby, bro. I was like 4 or fucking 5. Like I don't remember it. So it's one of those
Yeah.
things my mom told me.
If you were
I just
deaf,
never
bro,
really-
I don't know if like,
I'd be friends with you.
yeah.
Look at it.
Because he said if you were deaf, bro, I don't know. I was like, what? You be
Like,
friends
nah,
with me?
man.
Like where else is that gonna lead to?
Like, hold on, Mario. Like in the
Like I
front-
wouldn't fuck
Mario.
with you. Like you wouldn't be able to give me call outs when we play COD, bro.
No,
Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like in Mario, in the Fortnite days, how we gonna call out?
That's that one.
All I hear is mumbling, jumbling, and like that's crazy shit, bro. Like,
He's dying. It makes no sense, bro. You're deaf as hell. You're blind. I can't fuck with you, bro. You can't,
You have a disability. Get the fuck out
bro.
of my
If you're
life.
deaf, I can't be friends with you if you're blind, motherfucker.
I don't fuck with disabilities, man. Because I always win. I always gotta have the advantage. I never lose. Fuck that. I can't be surrounded by losers.
I can't friend with you. I can't be friends with you if you're blind. How you gonna see my KD?
For real. How you gonna see these stats? How you gonna see these trophies, man?
Yeah, for real.
If you blind, I can't be friends with that.
Hell nah.
You got me fucked up.
That's funny.
Oh my god.
No, it's all jokes, guys. I mean, if you guys,
No,
well,
they can tell it's jokes.
I mean, people
Come on,
might be
man.
listening to us for the first time. Are like, yo,
Well,
what
if
the
this is
fuck?
your first time listening to
These
us,
guys are assholes.
These are jokes. Just know.
Oh my god, it's so funny though.
Oh, wait, hold on.
I hate the fact that Mario knew I was gonna say that. Like, oh, I wouldn't be able to call out, and it's like I was gonna say that.
Well, hold on. That's what I'm saying. What the fuck were we talking about? We were talking about.
Oh yeah, the Timothy and the mom were like half Harkins, bro, or Harkonnens.
Harkonnens. But like after that,
Harkonnens.
we were going somewhere with that, or you were.
Dude, I don't know, man.
All right. Then I'll pick it up here. Then
we were just fucking around, man.
So
I don't even know, man.
I would say for that whole segment, the Harkonnens were on their house because everyone's called the house like House.
Oh
of
yeah,
Trees,
yeah.
House of Harkonnens, and apparently there's multiple other houses that apparently landed in orbit near the end of the movie that we haven't heard about. So hopefully we get introduced to them in that movie. That'd be really cool just to see them.
Hey, the Harkonnens, are they the ones that bleed like water or some shit?
Bleed water.
Not bleed water, but like they have like some special type of like blood or something. I don't know.
Are you talking about that the Harkonnens?
Who are those guys? Don't you remember the first movie? They extract like liquid from.
Are you talking about the Fremens?
No, those are the Fremens.
Fremens, my bad.
Oh, those are
That's
the guys.
them. That's
Like,
them,
what's
yeah.
up? What's up with that?
Because
should-
remember, it's so fucking hot in that desert that the suits that they wear,
Yeah.
and they have that shit that goes up their nose, like that. They're using liquid from sweat and tears as recyclable water to keep yourself hydrated.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And it keeps your in the suit. It makes you keep yourself cool using that water.
Oh,
that's why
I'm
all those
tweaking.
dead soldiers, all the dead.
I thought that was
Harkonnens-
like their blood or something.
No, they're extracting like all the sweat. And,
Oh,
like,
gotcha,
all the shit
gotcha.
from
That makes sense.
because they can recycle it through a filter and
That's
like
crazy,
use
bro.
it as drinking water.
Yeah, it's, like,
because
very
in
important
that
to them.
fucking desert, bro, it's hot as shit.
Yeah.
And when they pour the water,
And they're wearing all black and shit.
You know why they poured the water into like that one big lake swimming pool thing in the movie?
Isn't
You know
that
why
where
they
like
did that?
the like?
Once one
I
of
thought
them
of it-
died.
Yeah, I thought of it as like that's just where like a cemetery or something.
Yeah, basically that's like so all that water there is from people who have died.
Yeah, that's what they said.
Yeah, so it gives you an
He's
idea
like,
like
and they said
holy
even
shit.
if you're and then Javier Bardem's character's like, even if you're really thirsty, no one drinks from it. It's sacred. See, I heard that.
Yeah.
Dead ass.
Yeah.
I mean, he's like I heard that more.
Javi gonna be swimming in that bitch.
Hey, I'm not drinking it. I'm just
Hey,
swimming it.
it's sacred though.
I ain't swimming with the fishes. I'm swimming with the dead ops.
I thought you were gonna say ditches.
No, imagine, bro, sleeping with the dead ops, bro. I'm not sleeping, I'm swimming. Javi does that too.
Stupid.
Javi does that too. He sleeps with ops.
That's how I make up with him. What the fuck?
He gets on the good side. He's a spy. He's a spy, but he secretly likes it. But, yeah, swimming with the ops is crazy, bro. Like,
That's funny as fuck.
shut up. When I'm done with you, I'm gonna swim. I'm gonna swim. I don't know how to say it. I'm gonna swim on your ass.
I'm gonna swim with your ancestors.
That's funny as shit.
Okay, so yeah, so I knew that it was like a cemetery and shit.
Ah, okay.
I didn't catch that they said, oh yeah, nobody drinks from that bitch.
Yeah, no, it's
that's what they
sacred, so
said.
no one drinks from it.
Damn, bro.
And that's why
That's a lot, bro.
Yeah, I mean, that whole cooling off the body shit it just shows the why.
Okay, that's what I thought
Fremens
was.
are so-
Okay, I was confused. I thought like for some reason one of them like
You thought they were extracting blood in that scene?
I thought they were extracting like blood or some shit, and like for some reason their blood was like water, or, like something
Clear.
different. Yeah, something different.
One,
from
I mean,
ours.
one thing that I am confused about is why the leader of the Harkonnens, I forgot what his name was.
Who
but
specifically?
The big dude, the
fat dude.
supreme
Oh,
leader.
what's up with him,
The
bro?
supreme leader, that guy.
You a weirdo.
Why? One thing that confused me. I was like, okay, why does he go under this like pool of black
Yeah,
shit?
no,
Like,
I
muddy-
remember. I think it's from the first movie. Batista is like trying to talk to him, and then the lady goes up to him and like scans it.
Uh-huh.
It's like he's not done healing.
Oh, so that heals
So like
him.
he's like in a healing, like
Kinda
he's
like a
probably
bathtub
healing
tank.
or some shit. But he has
Okay.
something like you see on some Dead Space shit like that.
I think it connects to him.
Yeah, and like
That
the
spear
spine.
thing.
Like, what the fuck is?
Oh, that. Oh, I'm talking about the
no,
machine.
the spine. No, both. Like what the fuck?
It's
is
like
all
a
that?
life support.
Yeah, yeah.
Because like you see
probably,
once it cuts it in the movie,
yeah.
He died.
he's like dying and shit. He's too weak to move.
Yeah, dude, that shit was crazy. I guess some of the fight scenes or like the what do you call it? Not fight scenes. Battle scenes.
Yeah.
that shit was fire, bro.
Yeah,
Riding the
I'm
worms.
saying.
We get the 3 big ass worms and shit.
That
riding into
dude.
battle.
That
Mario going
whole
crazy.
scene when like they're charging at each other with the worms,
It's really
or
good,
when like
man.
when they're just the two armies
Yeah,
are fighting
dude.
with each other. This is a whole reason why you gotta see it in movie theaters, man.
It's really
just
good.
seeing the 3 worms and shit.
Absolutely.
Just the CGI was phenomenal in this movie.
Yeah, man.
That whole fight scene was just amazing. I wish we got a little bit more of it. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's like just extend it like a minute or two. Like, come on, man. I want to see more crazy shit. Because I like that. I love shit like that. Because another movie where it does it that I remember watching for the first time being like, holy fuck, was the Christopher Nolan Batman movie, the last one, where it's like the police versus the
that shit.
That dude, like that shit hype too. It's like, yo, come on.
He just likes
I just
army
love
fights.
seeing people charge at each other.
He likes armies.
Yeah, I do too, man. Like Lord of the Rings and shit.
Yeah, there you go. Lord of the Rings does that shit
That's
too.
crazy.
I guess another
that's blasphemy.
What?
He said he never seen Lord of the Rings.
I haven't seen the.
I know you saw
one.
Narnia. Come on now.
No.
What? You never seen Narnia?
I bet you're gonna see the new one.
There's a new Narnia?
This one's coming out.
I had no idea there's a new Narnia. It's like a reboot?
Is it a reboot?
I'm assuming so.
I heard it was going to be a reboot.
I'm assuming so. It's done by the chick that did Barbie, and she does great set pieces, so I'm excited for that. But hopefully it's good. But what's it called? The other fight scene. The other fight scene, the one that happened after that, after the one we just mentioned, that I liked a lot, just because of the setting and how it was filmed, kind of like, I guess not vertically, like horizontally, where you see them filmed. Between Austin Butler's character and Timothée Chalamet's character, that one-on-one, and I legitimately thought,
that shit was cool.
Even though I was like, wait a minute, I know there's a third movie coming. I thought he was gonna die. I'm like, okay, they're gonna kill him and somehow pull some bullshit where he
comes back to
him.
life.
Yeah. So what'd you think about that fight scene?
Which one?
The
Austin Butler and Timothée Chalamet.
Or Elvis and
You said Elvis.
That shit. Okay. that fight was fire. That was some John Wick
I'm
shit,
gonna ask you.
bro.
I was gonna ask him, but did you really think he was gonna die? Like, I actually thought he died, and they were
I
gonna
low-key
pull off
thought he
some
was gonna die, man.
revive some shit. You know what I'm talking about?
Who?
Timothée Chalamet. I thought they were gonna kill him and be like, "Oh, don't worry, we had some witchery shit to revive him."
When I saw that he got stabbed, I
or
was
the
like,
mom would have been like, "Get up." He's like,
yeah, and he gets up or some shit. No, when I saw him get stabbed, I was like, "Whoa, what the fuck?" I was like, "He's not gonna die though. There's no way," because like he was hyped up this entire movie.
Yeah,
and there's still third movie, so I didn't think he was gonna die. Like maybe they were gonna revive him, or I don't know. But I was like, I don't know, man. Reviving somebody is like some sorcery shit, and like this movie universe doesn't really delve into that. You know what I mean? It delves into some other sci-fi shit, but like straight up magic, like sorcery to bring someone back.
I mean, we kind of
is not something that we really see.
But kind of do see it with his little power shit, though, like silent. You know when they
what's up with that though? We never get really much explanation.
There's no
with
explanation to that.
I honestly, in the first movie, I thought there was gonna be like a bigger role.
All I know is that it comes from the mom's, like her group of people,
her race,
whatever, and how they got it. They never say. They just know if you're from these people, and apparently you're only supposed to give it to women. Like, it's like weaker, or like you'll die from it if you're a man. So that's why like his character's special, because like he's a man
and he's doing it.
Yeah, because we get that in the first
movie when he puts his hand in that box and he endures the pain.
Yeah, that same group of people, they do it to Austin Butler's character also.
Oh yeah, they did.
The hand shit, but we obviously.
What was that hand thing again? I forgot, dude.
The hand thing, it just makes you like, what's it called? You like
endure pain.
You endure pain,
like
basically.
For what?
It's to show if you were strong enough.
Yeah, you show if you're strong enough. And if you move, you die to the pen that like kills you instantly upon.
Instantly.
Yeah.
As written. Yeah.
As written. Mm-hmm. I like how we're saying that.
why y'all keep saying that? It's like the eighth time he said
it. Like 3-4 times now.
It's as written, bro. Yeah. You don't get what that means.
Fucking prophecy.
As written, yeah. Like it's written, like as destiny.
Hell no, that's funny.
You know what I mean? So, yo, you trying to hop on later? Yeah, it's written, bro.
It's as written. Yeah.
as written, we finna get on. Right?
Hell no. What else? I was gonna tell you. How do you guys think about his advancement with that power? Because in the first movie, he wasn't that powerful with it.
Fuck no.
But in this one,
but now he is Wido.
Because we see him.
He drink that.
He drank that shit, bro.
He drank that potion and probably.
And you think it's cool? Like that power.
Coincidentally, right after he drank it, he embraced his Messiah role, and that's when he started leading the Fremen.
But do you think that was actually him, or was that the mother, like controlling him or some shit?
No, it's all him.
No, that's all him. Yeah,
okay. Yeah. That's all coming from him, bro.
That's where we're. That's
because I thought the mom had like a bit of an influence on him.
No, she's more her role in this movie is more making other people believe.
Yeah, she was going out to other places in Iraq, is telling people like, "Hey, man, the Messiah is real. He's coming to save us.
He's right here." Yeah,
he's like spreading the word. That's what she was trying to do.
Damn, when he said like nobody in here could defeat me or some shit.
Yeah.
Thank God you fucking brought that up. I wanted to bring that up.
That shit was crazy.
That scene was probably my favorite scene in the whole movie.
Bro, I'm gonna be honest, like the last like hour of this movie has been my favorite part of the movie because that's when shit starts to get real. Shit starts to pick up and shit, dude.
Yeah.
Like that last hour is when I was like, okay, like now shit's getting fucking real. And fucking the entire movie all the way to the end, I was like, fire.
So okay, so yeah,
If I could rate just that last hour, bro, it's a 10, bro.
last hour.
Because I was like,
it's
now I
funny
actually
enough.
feel
No,
it.
yeah,
I was
it's fire, bro.
in the beginning.
Fuck
I'm
yeah.
just like, all right, I'm enjoying this, but I'm still at a 9. Like, the beginning, I was like
wow,
9. That
okay.
last hours were bumped it up to a 10 for me.
Thank you. That's where I'm at. That's
No,
where I'm
yeah,
at.
it was fire. So okay, so we finally get Timothy kills that guy, kills his cousin or some shit.
Bro, what did you guys think? Dude, I was like, that's crazy, bro. In front of your own bitch. He was like, I'll take your daughter in marriage.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that shocked me.
Oh,
too.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
So obviously,
in front of
Zendaya's-
his bitch.
bro, Zendaya's character.
Tom Holland happy.
Hey man, that's crazy.
So basically, after what's it called? He kills Austin Butler's character. He goes to the Emperor. He's like, hey,
Not after, before.
It was
it
before
before? Oh, it was
he said that he was like, I'll take your daughters in marriage or like something.
I'll take
like
your
that.
hand. I'll take your
And
daughter's
then we'll
hand
rule the kingdom or something.
together. Yeah, bro.
But he refuses and he's like, nah, fight my nephew or
My
whatever.
chosen champion.
My champion. And then that's when he beats him and he's like, nah, you gotta kneel, girl.
So that's crazy
made
because
him kneel, bro.
Not-
That's
I mean,
crazy.
that makes a whole lot more sense as to why he says like, as long as I live, I'll always love you. I was like, oh, I'm like, okay. I thought at that moment I was like, oh, it's just the romance they have going on here. But now it makes more sense after.
But like, do
seeing
you think he
that.
did it as like a strategic move? Yeah. Right.
Oh yeah, most definitely. You know why I think they
Because
did it?
Zendaya got mad as hell.
No,
Or
you
do
know why?
Think that's the blue shit talking.
No. You know why I think he did it? I think he does it to make the other houses fall in line. It's like, listen, I couldn't like. She's with me. I'm married to the emperor's daughter.
So
Like,
y'all gotta like.
it's like fall in line, motherfucker. I could have killed her easily like that.
Well, here's the thing, right? Because I saw those YouTube videos. In the
Okay.
book, it goes down differently.
As written in the book.
As
As
written in
written.
the book. Zendaya's character does not leave. She stays because in the book, Paul tells her ahead of time, like, "Listen, I have a plan.
Exactly. I had a feeling, man.
I have a plan. I'm gonna take this girl's hand in marriage for like our
it's
plan
not
to
real.
work.
Don't get mad though.
Yeah, like I still fuck with you." And she's like, "Okay," and then basically she accepts her role as a concubine. It's basically how it works. But in this one, they completely flipped it where she didn't know. She gets mad and runs off.
Or
which
what if
now
it's
sets
like-
a different path for what we're going to see in the third movie based on the books.
Or what if in the third movie we find out like that was the whole
He
plan?
just like me for real. I want them both. Like,
No, I was saying when maybe in the
Why
third
can't
movie we find
I
out
do
that
both?
that plan.
like the shut up. Wait, listen. What about like the guacamole? You remember the guacamole commercial? Like why not Los Dos or some shit? And, then they raise her up. What is it? What is it? I forgot what it was.
I remember.
I
I know
forgot what it
what
was.
you're talking
It's like a little girl. Like why not two? Why not both? And like they raise her up and shit. That's me, bro. Why can't I have both of y'all? Like, come on, man.
Hey, you know what's fucking
You can
funny?
be my
though?
main girl. She can be the side piece.
You know what's you know what's funny too is that like I get it, right? Timothée Chalamet and Zendaya, like they had the romance in the movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then later in the movie when he's like, because like I'm like Florence Pugh. I'm gonna be honest, man. I got a crush on Florence Pugh. She's pretty.
She's pretty, man.
She's a very pretty girl.
She's a pretty
So
girl.
when he was like, "I'll take her hand in marriage," I was like, "Damn!" In front of Zendaya, and then like a second later, I was like, "W though."
That's
Me,
fine. I
I
try to
would.
get both of them, man. Like,
I would.
I try to get both.
If I had to pick one, sorry Zendaya.
Yeah, if I had to pick one, yeah.
It's facts.
All right, put Jenna Ortega in the mix.
That's where I was like,
What would he do there? Jenna Ortega. Or,
"Why not Los Dos?"
Why not
not
three
three?
of them, man? Fuck it. The trifecta, man. Fuck it.
Hell no.
I have all three of them.
All three of them. Even Christopher
He wants
Walken?
he wants four of them. He wants the emperor and the three. He wants the emperor to be the main,
And
and,
his
then
nephew.
the other ones be the concubine.
Motherfucker, I don't want no emperor in my room unless it's Cusco.
Oh, Cusco. That motherfucker.
That movie goes hard, bro.
That's
Emperor's New Groove.
But no, yeah, I mean, yeah, man, it is. All right, it is what it is. But anyways, where
Oh, I was
You were
gonna
saying
say,
something. Yeah,
you
we cut
said
you
in
off,
the
bro.
book that it's a plan.
Yeah.
That was part of the plan for him. That Zendaya knew that, or her character in the book knew that the plan already. I was like, what if in the third movie they just shows like, oh, it was a whole part of the plan, like, you know what I mean? They give us a little back.
Maybe. But she
But
looked-
I low key like how they do it. I like that
The
difference.
difference. But here she looked actually pissed. And she
Yeah,
even
that's
gets
what
on the
I'm saying.
sandworm and fucking leaves, bro. Like,
yeah,
she's
like
not
where's
gonna-
she going?
She just
don't
doesn't
know.
want to be a part of like this whole bullshit that he's got going
The-
on.
the holy war.
Because she was like, "I love you as who you are. You don't have to be this messiah." Blah blah blah. But then he embraces it and she doesn't fuck with it. That's why she had beef with him right from the start. Right when he took that fucking poison shit.
Yeah.
He was just like, "Nah, man. Like I can't fuck with this." So she leaves. which is different because in the book she's still around. So like now I'm interested to see in the sequel, in the
Like
next
what they
movie,
do.
like what are they going to do with her character? My biggest question is, like in the books, is Dune Messiah going to be a time jump? Because in the book it's 12 years.
Don't tell me. What if it's a time jump and like he's actually married to that girl?
Well, I mean,
To
Forest
the
View?
yeah.
to who, the emperor's daughter?
Yeah.
I mean,
bro.
it has
And
to make
Zendaya's
sense.
like out there still in her
Well,
faction.
dude, it
and
has
shit.
to be. It makes sense based on how this movie ends. I don't know.
Fuck.
I didn't look into shit for the Dune
Yeah.
Messiah. All I know about the third book or the third movie, the book, is that there's a time jump. Now, are they going to do that? I don't know, because how are they going to age these characters? Because Timothée Chalamet, there's only so much CGI or makeup you can do to make him look 12 years older. Unless there's not a time jump and it's just called Dune Messiah, but it takes place like a year or two after. After his rule, because like now that's another thing I want to talk about is this movie ends like, I don't know, man. Would y'all call this a good ending? Because this motherfucker becomes a ruler
I like the
and
ending.
wages war against the fucking houses, bro. That's fucking crazy. I don't know if it's a good ending. I'm more so scared seeing this motherfucker rise, bro.
It's the bad
ending.
ending.
I was rooting for him, but like now he's kind of getting power hungry, man. Like now this motherfucker was like, he was straight up like, he was
Humble as hell as written and shit.
dude. He told the emperor like I forget what he told Mario. You can help me out. You hear words. He was telling the emperor like something, or I will destroy the spice fields, like the production that we have. Like, there will be no more spice in the universe for the
It's
entire universe to
because
use.
the other houses are landing and they're about to wage war because he has the emperor. So it's like you tell them if they attack, I will launch the atomic missiles that we have in my arsenal. And
He said,
I will
"Yeah, remember
destroy
when
all the
they
spice."
stumbled upon the missiles
Oh shit.
that belonged to House Atreides? He's like, oh, these are mine. He's like, I will use those. It will blow up the fucking like."
So no one has spice.
So
and obviously
no
the
one
whole
in-
thing runs on
and
spice.
everyone in universe like does not have access to the spice anymore. Like I'm like, bro, this motherfucker.
But here's the
kinda
thing.
looked-
like Putin,
Wait,
bro.
hold up.
He
Pause,
acting like
pause.
Putin.
Wait, well, hold up. Pause though. Here's the thing.
Oh shit.
I kind of like it. I like that he's going dark.
Ooh.
It's like, yo,
It's
You know
Mario,
why?
it's
It's
Mario likes
twisted.
Bad Boys.
No, I was gonna say because he likes Star.
this
I
motherfucker.
was
You
gonna
like
say-
Bad Boys.
I was
Well,
gonna
yeah,
say
I like you.
Oh my god. Javi, we're gonna say Jav.
I was gonna say
Please
gonna
save
say
me.
that I'm not surprised
All right.
that he likes Bad Boys
Oh.
because
What you gonna do?
because
What
he
you gonna do when
because he
he
fucks with
comes?
Anakin Skywalker.
Ooh.
Well, that's kind of a spoiler. Huh?
Nah, girl, it's not. He knows.
All right, okay.
But am I right or wrong? Does you see similarities between
Well,
him and
here's the
Anakin?
thing. With that story, I get bummed out because, like, I want Anakin, the lighter story to happen. If that makes sense. I can't give you details, obviously.
Right.
But we hear because, like, I know his origin, and even though I see he's a good person, yeah, he cared about people, he was empathetic. Here, I like it. I'm just like, all right, I don't have like that, like long history with this character compared to that character, and so here it's like, okay, I'm more accepting of it, and I actually kind of enjoy it, and that's why I think I like it with his character, and I want to see a movie where it goes all the way where there is no redemption, because we know Anakin does get redemption. Here, I don't want that. Even if he does, it's fine. I'm sure I'll enjoy it. But if I get there, I'll be like, whoa, I want to see someone go all the fucking way and not get stopped. I think it's cool because we don't get that a lot. You know what I mean? And that's why I enjoy it.
Yeah.
I don't know about you.
No, yeah. For me, I think I was seeing it a lot like Anakin, bro. Like this motherfucker is starting to turn. Like I don't even know if I want to root for him anymore because he's starting to get power hungry. And it's one of those things where it's like, damn, he's gonna wage war against the other houses. Because they're like, yeah, man, they're not fucking with you being in power. They're not appealing.
They don't accept
to
your
ascendancy.
yeah.
It's like they're not appealing. So he's like, well, fucking then we'll just ride to paradise. And I was like, I don't know what that means. And then when we see that, like when the mom was like, oh, he just waged war. I'm like, oh,
The Holy War is what they call it.
fuck.
I think
The
is what
Holy
they-
War.
The Holy War. The Holy War begins. I think that's what she said.
And then I saw like in the book Dune Messiah, it's like 12 years after Paul Atreides becomes a ruler or whatever the fuck. I was like, oh, okay, so that's why the war happens, because he wants to be in power and the other houses were not fucking with it. Honestly, bro, like for there to be a time jump, like okay, in the third Dune movie, but I don't want to see it. I kind of want to see that war. I want to see how the shit.
Yeah, no,
think
we
we
got
all
it.
do.
Maybe it's like a year, and they're already a year into it, but we'll still see some parts.
I
want
to see like whatever the fuck, like what's going on.
I'll be honest with you this, Hav. Do you in the third movie? Do you still want them to be on Arrakis, or do you want to see other planets?
I'm sure it's gonna explore other planets if other houses are.
I want to
involved.
explore other planets, like other houses.
Yeah, if there's gonna be other houses involved, then I'm sure it's gonna focus. But I mean, the thing about Dune is that it's on Dune. Like,
Yeah.
it's gonna mostly take place on there as well. But it's just I wouldn't be surprised if they do, explore other planets and other places of the universe. I wouldn't be surprised.
Okay, that's cool. What about you?
Wait, what? What'd you ask again? Wait, what? What'd you? I'm just listening. I'm listening to what he's saying, man. I'm just listening to what he's saying.
No, my question was similar.
If I-
Like, because we were talking about the other houses and shit. And it
If
gave
I
me-
would like to see the war,
No, well, not that. Would you like to see other planets? Because we obviously so
Oh,
far
other
this shit's
planets?
we've seen a little bit of the Emperor's kingdom as much as we saw. We just saw the the compound,
it's
or
gonna
whatever
be
the fuck.
tough, man. I mean, it'd be cool to see it, but like, if we do, it'd probably be another slow burn, man. Because like, you need a lot of time to like show that type of stuff, especially like war. Because a war that alone takes up a lot of time.
What if we see it on Harkonnen?
Oh, that'd be cool.
Because we already saw the Empire, the
Yeah.
Empire of
Yeah, that'd be cool then. Fuck it, why not?
that way you don't have to build up a new thing. Either way,
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind if they took 30 minutes to build up a planet.
Yeah,
In my opinion, like I like that slow burn shit.
yeah. We just gotta wait and see, man. But I mean, is there anything else that we want to talk about, or that's pretty much it? What do you guys think?
As for me, we talked about the three scenes.
Yeah.
Oh, not the worm was in the trailer. We talked about the non-spoiler, the army fight, and then the one with Austin Butler and
Yeah.
his. That was mainly my shit.
What about you, Hav?
What?
Or is there anything else you want to mention?
There is one thing I did want to bring up, but
All right, go ahead.
I gotta find it. Oh, here it is. So I'm assuming we're done talking about the movie.
Yes.
Okay.
Why? What are you about to...
Because I wanted to get your guys' thoughts on something. So, in a recent interview, Denis Villeneuve said that he has 4 other movies
Oh, I heard about this.
on his desk, bro, that he has to make. So, one of those movies
fuck?
is a Dune sequel. So, Dune Part 3, which is going to be called Dune Messiah. And that one's getting made because Hans Zimmer, who is a very famous composer for
Yeah.
music and stuff, he said that Denis Villeneuve came to his office or whatever the fuck, without saying a word, just left like the project, or I don't know, like a folder or something that just said Dune Messiah on his desk and left. So he's like, oh, I guess we're making Dune 3.
What the fuck?
Hell nah.
So he's
sounds
got
like
4
shit.
projects on his desk right now. 4 other movies that he's making: Dune Messiah, a Cleopatra movie starring Zendaya, and Rendezvous with Rama.
What the fuck is that?
I don't know, but these are the titles of the 3 movies that he's working on, and a 4th movie which he said is a secret project that he can't quite talk about
What the
right
fuck?
now. And I wanted to get your guys' thoughts, like just for fun. Like, what do you guys think that 4th secret project is that he can't talk about?
I mean, selfishly speaking, I highly doubt it's gonna happen because I think he said he's done with this franchise. Blade Runner,
Blade Runner?
another Blade Runner movie.
You know
But
what I think, bro? Because it's secret project, so I gotta think what's mainstream.
Yeah.
Secret Wars.
No, that'd be fire.
Secret
Though.
Wars.
That'd be fire. I was gonna say Star Wars.
Oh.
I mean, if,
When you look at the spaceships, girl, and the cinematography and Dune
Yeah.
alone, like it's very space centric. Like Star Wars.
I
would
mean,
make
I
sense.
hope he is. I would love to see him.
It would
tackle
make
something.
sense if you think about it.
But I just hope it's something new, man. I don't want to see anything related to the new trilogy. Just like move on from that shit, or tell me an
Right.
old story, like we in the age of the old Republic.
Because when I think of secret project, like what franchise, what movies keep shit secret? Well, superhero shit.
Yeah.
Star
Star
Wars.
Wars.
But for me, I don't see him doing a Marvel movie or a DC movie. I think
don't
based
think
on
so.
like his previous work, especially on Dune, I think Star Wars would make the most sense.
I hope that'd be awesome, bro. I'd be hyped.
I'd be interested to see that. What do you think, Hector? Or do you think he would make a Marvel movie? And if so, what? Secret Wars is not a bad idea.
A Marvel movie? I mean, based on his track record, man, I don't think so. I don't think he would have interest in like a Marvel movie or DC movie.
Yeah.
Star Wars, I mean, it could be a good guess just because Dune does kind of, I guess, give off a bit of Star Wars vibe,
that
like
same
Rebel
realm.
Moon. Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
I kind of see that happening more than anything. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right.
But yeah, okay. So that's pretty much it, right? There's anything final thoughts? Nothing. I think.
Go watch this movie in theaters. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, right.
bro.
But with that being said, guys, that's going to be the end of our review. We hope you guys enjoyed it, and thank you guys so much for listening, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care, guys.
Peace.
See ya.